biggest sin was not getting gamersupps with code KinkyNation.
Hi, things. Hello. I'm doing all right. How are you guys? Hi. Hello. Hi. Drinking enough water? Yeah, I have some water, got some gsupps, soda, all that jazz. Hello. And a happy Friday to everybody who's joining us tonight. Well, today. Let's leave it at that. I'm doing all right. Could be better, could be worse. You know, busy. Meow. Head is doing better. Yeah, head is doing better. Don't worry about it. I usually get migraines for like a day, day and a half max, and then they go away. I prepared to commence today's sacred readings. Sort of, but I'll do my best. Oh yeah, I got really hot in Spain too. Much warmer than it had been for the past few weeks, so that's an adventure. Hi! The weather just does whatever the fuck it wants, though. Yeah, it's weird, right?
Welcome to the Church of the Lilygoth, where we listen and we do not judge. We judge a little bit.
A little bit,
Praise
thank
be
you.
to the pink thing.
We're getting winter temperatures this weekend, so be ready. Maybe on the mainland.
My sins make me constipated.
Thank you. Oh, also, why... Okay. Real quick, I actually did not unpause super chats yesterday, and they should be paused right now. I don't know why they're playing. I'm gonna have to read a bunch that we got yesterday that I didn't actually get to. Let me just see if that plays back the ones we got yesterday, or if I'm gonna have to read them. Lexi, thanks so much for the sub. Hi. Have you tried putting icy hot on it? I don't think you should put icy hot on a migraine.
Lice and slander.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely not playing the ones from yesterday. Let me just play those back. Thanks so much for the super, by the way. I sleep it off when I can. Migraines are annoying to be with. They are annoying. Yeah, I can't sleep it off most of the time, though. Because I'm busy.
Confession. Once tried to beat my stuff, and mistook lotion for hand sanitizer.
Oof. Ow. Alcohol on the dick. Can't be fun, can it?
I have all the sins and no regrets.
Oh, no. Thank you. Alright. I found the ones from yesterday.
Are using the old confessions from last time, or are we using new ones?
We are using new ones. We are using new ones, because this one has a theme. Today's video is about April Fools.
Oh, so he was one of the bathroom money match Dagon.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm reading some of the ones yesterday. At least it's germ-free, I know.
I miss my wife Vulpix. I miss her a lot.
Jesus, the ones from yesterday. Hello. Again, we're back. Thank you. This is when we were doing the Pokemon Champions review.
Unsie's beard has nuts.
It did, yeah, no, it was really funny. Thank you.
He divorced your mom and married the Infaro Snoosoon.
Oh, no, yeah, you don't want to do that. Thank you.
Final op hands.
The texture on that character's pants was weirdly shiny for, like, no good reason. Thank you.
We are old, Lily. So are you. Hell, I'm so old I've surpassed both wizard and archmage certification. Currently working on a doctorate in necromancy to achieve lichdom.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Have you heard of Double XL Wolfia?
No, no idea, but thank you. That one was 100 bits. And back, baby, we're on a hype train. Yes, we were.
Much like Gordon Ramsay, Lily is more concerned with how something is done rather than what is done.
I mean, yeah, I care about what goes into food. Thank you.
Giving this character a bull tattoo was a choice.
Oh, yeah, the one in Pokemon Champions? Yeah, but it looks like a sticker in-game. Thank you.
I have seen there's a lot of issues with Pokemon Champions.
There are, but I personally don't want to, like, get into that right now because everybody's doing it, and I feel like, yes, the game has issues. I was expecting it to have issues. Thank you, though. All right, we've caught up on supers from yesterday. My apologies, by the way. I usually turn them back on as soon as I'm done with a segment, but I was dead tired. Beating a dead horse, not fun. More like I haven't played it, and like we knew it was gonna have issues, and like, yeah, it's a little bit redundant to talk about it now.
I forgot how adorable the holy attire was.
Oh my god, thank you. Yeah, Nun Lily is a vibe. They gave it to the dev studio that made the Gen 4 remix that nobody liked. Oh.
Watching you while making a stop-motion animation of Transformers. Using Knight Rider and DeLorean fighting each other.
Nice. But yeah, like... Optimize, like, if it's from, like, that same studio that made the Gen 4 remake, like, let's face it, the game doesn't look great. But the important thing is, how does it play, really? Wait, Easter was last week. Did I miss much? No, we just started. Do you stream playing Marvel Rivals, or do you just look at cosmetics? I usually just look at cosmetics. Like, I have the game, I played it before, but normally I'm more, like, interested in the cosmetic side of things. We play DC Allies. That's for Sunday. Chibisino was like a vibe, a thing, and weird. Yeah, where's the word I'd use? I heard a lot of people didn't like it. Oh, this model was never meant to have eyes open except for the one on my forehead. Yeah, like, it looks more, like, sacred that way. Meow.
Hello Lily, will you gonna do a review on Destiny 2? It has a great story that's on par on Warframe, and it has eldritch horror god villains that you can fight.
Ultron, thanks so much for the sub. I don't know, maybe? DC Allies really went downhill to it added Condiment King. How do you know that? They haven't added them yet. Hi, Ant. You still have two eyes open. Yeah, like the one on my forehead and the one on my neck work, so I'm good. Oh, but like the lapo eyes could or could not be buttons. Don't know what to tell you. Have you ever played any gacha games? I used to play more gachas, but like there's such time sinks, I just don't have time for them anymore. Like I used to play Azure Lane back in the day. I did play Blue Archive. I did play a lot of MiHoYo, but they're incredibly time sinky. Hi, I'm doing good, thank you. Have you ever played Reverse 999? No, I only really talk about the characters. Time, what is time? What do you get it? You have to be a child to have time, okay? The older you get, the less time you have. That's the lesson of life I've learned. Until you retire. And then you're too old to enjoy anything. The adult dilemma. Yeah, as a child, you have all the time in the world, no money. And you can do anything. As an adult, you have less time, money, you can still do anything. And then as an old person, you have, money? No time. Time, yes, but, like, you can't do anything. If you can retire. I mean, knowing me, even if I could, I don't know if I would want to. Do my hands still work? Yes, I can still make stuff. The biggest difference between kidding and adulting is I wake up 3 hours later, but my day is busier 3 hours later too. Yep. You can retire from deadlines and videos. Probably, yeah. I can still make stuff for myself.
Don't fall for it, Lily. 30% of Destiny 2's early story is unplayable.
Oh, I don't want to play it.
Straight locked out. The only option is reading in-game summary.
Oh, I don't want to play it. No. But does it have character designs? Lily be like, Miyazaki, I'll retire when I want. Yeah, I'll come back from the grave to, like, make new stuff. Better than marathons, at least. Well, that's good. Assuming you would be able to draw with your very brain by the time you're 80. I'll use my fucking dentures. I don't give a shit. Not really. Person armor for most of them. Oh, then no. That's not that interesting.
I can imagine an old Lily still drawing fat bags.
I would. Yeah, the only way you're gonna get me to play something like Destiny or like Destiny 2 is if you put like a Ratman in it that I like. But like, shooty games don't really care for that stuff, do they? You gotta learn how to draw with your feet, yeah. Why does the nun get up more attractive? I'm learning stuff. The nun get up is its own thing, yeah, which is very fun to draw, mind you.
I heard that on the next season of DC Allies, we're getting a mode where the first team to steal 40 pies wins.
Yeah, that feels like something that they could have done for April Fools, but they're doing it later. Thank you.
Lily, you should check out Dragon Quest XI designs. Full of that Toriyama personality plus a lot of baddies.
That's not the one with the dreadful chibis, is it? Hopefully not. Thank you. Lily, are you actually a nun or do you keep breaking in and stealing someone's nun clothes? No, my clothes are alive, low-key, so like... If you see the concept art for this, it has like, teeth on the bottom and shit, so like, yeah.
We need a Super Dickory stream one day.
A what? Well, thank you.
Do not save for work artist power scale characters in terms of how they perform in bed. i.e., Midnight could outsuck Maruko any day of the week.
I don't really do that personally, but thank you. Super
The character
Dickory.
design settings for Destiny is honestly pretty interesting, especially its alien factions. Hive and Fallen are my personal favorite.
It's funny because some people said that there's like just dudes in armor, and other people say that they're interesting, so... Who knows? Thank you. Can you shapeshift yourself to look like Ramathal? Oh yeah, increasingly close. Hi. There's not much character design, but there is unit design. I mean, that still counts, kind of.
Superman making out with a woman on Lois Lane's grave equals Super Dickory.
Oh, asshole behavior. Got it. Thank you.
I mean, I'd 100% smash the Fallen or Elixni from Destiny. Those forearms can do things. I mean, what?
Oh shit. Thank you. If you look at a lot of Silver Age Superman comics, they prominently feature Superman being an asshole. I kind of like characters being a bit of an asshole, but like, isn't Clark Kent's whole thing that like he's super nice? Yeah, like isn't his thing that he's like the goody two-shoes? Confession are already coming in without even starting. Except not really, because they have like nothing to do with the theme today. Yeah, he's a Boy Scout. He's supposed to be like the goody two-shoes, which is why I find him like, he's cute, but like I'm not at all attracted to him.
This is random, but favorite food?
I am a slut for salmon roe on white rice. More so if I have ponzu sauce, triple more so if I have chipotle mayo. It's not something I get to eat that often though, because salmon roe is very rare in Spain. You get a lot in Mexico, and I used to like buy like a tub and make myself like rice, and then just pour it on top. But over here in Spain, it's kind of hard to find. Salmon what? Salmon
I think
eggs!
the Super Dickory stuff was from clickbait comic covers. It's like that period of time where Wolverine would show up on the cover of comics he wasn't even in.
Oh, that's hilarious though. Thank you. Does LilyNUN have a playing hard gesture? Not on this model, no. But that's how I kind of like sketched it. Caviar? Salmon caviar, yeah. But I've never found it for sale here in Spain.
Dragon Quest XI best DQ, even better than 8.
Again, so long as it's not the one with the god-awful 3D chibis. Thank you.
Are you familiar with Darkest Dungeon?
Not really, no.
I don't know that it would necessarily be good for streaming. I can only imagine the amount of backseating. But I feel like you'd enjoy the characters, art design, and atmosphere.
Yeah, no, I'm not really that familiar with it, but thank you.
Hi Lily, I just played the Invincible vs beta. This might interest you, but the game has a creator mode that censors the gore and blood, so it might be more your speed.
That's nice, actually, but I think I would need to, like, watch Invincible more than the first season to actually play it. Thank you. You'd probably be able to find something fake. Ew, no, I want the real deal or nothing. Like, you can still get it. It's just harder to find. Like, in Mexico, I can buy a tub of the stuff. Es latina. Sí, mexicana. Corte Inglés, probably? I've looked, I haven't been able to find any. I think that, like, my best bet would be a Japanese grocery store, because there's some sushi shops here that do sell it.
Watch Invincible with Ed, Ed, and Eddie sound effects. It'll make the gore manageable.
No, dude, like, the first episode of the first season almost made me throw up. Thank you. Damn, that was usually the bougie shit. Yeah, I know, like, Corte Inglés has bougie shit, but, like, maybe in their international section of food, because they do have one, but, like, I've never found it. I found, like, Kewpie mayo and shit, but, like, not salmon roe. But again, it's not that common a food in Spain, especially not on the island. Maybe in Madrid I could get it, but not here, not in the island.
If you watch the rest of the show, be warned that it can vary even worse than season 1.
Oh no.
There was one thing that even made me look away from the screen, and I'm not usually affected by that stuff.
Then I probably can't watch it. Thank you though.
For D2 player, character design is guys and gals in armor.
Oh.
NPC and enemies design is some of the best I've ever seen, so if you did review, go with them.
Yeah, well, I usually go NPC anyway, thank you.
I'm curious, as somebody pursuing animation and graphic design, do you have any advice to improve in character design or build understanding?
Yes, I would advise that you look up the fundamental rules for character design before you start making them. Like, there is actual theory on this stuff. I've talked about it a little bit on streams, but there are resources you can find, books, tutorials, I don't know if classes that teach you the principles and the fundamental rules for character designs. If you start from there, you usually will have a less of a hard time, I think. Thank you. Don't think so. There's a ton of cheap stuff that I'm pretty sure is not it. No, I'm gonna need you to put you on a mission to find me salmon roe. How about there you look at the two outlets design? Just considering half of them have like dick out, not very. One singular salmon roe orb. Dude, I would fucking give my left boob for some of that shit. Just to be able to prepare how I want it, but unfortunately it's not something that I'm gonna be able to get in this country very easily. Why the left one? I don't know. Yeah, the right is the source of my powers. Yeah, like just you hold it like an orb. Is there such a thing as a dominant boob? Is there such a thing as a dominant boob? I don't know. Gotta do the Amazon thing so you can shoot a bow easier. If I wanted to shoot a bow easier, I'd have to get rid of the right one. I am right-boobed. Maybe because I'm, like, right-handed, my brain immediately was like, oh, I'm right-boobed. Come to Sweden, I'm sure we have all the salmon kinds. Do you guys have salmon roe? I don't think I can fly that into Spain, though. I like salmon roe the way it's traditionally prepared in Japan, that it's cured with, like, soy sauce. And I don't think that they'll let me bring a tub of fucking salmon caviar into fucking Spain. Can you get it imported? Maybe? One boob is usually heavier than the other. Wait, no, my left boob is a little heavier than the other. I should probably... No, take the right one. Not liquid, so yes. No, it's not because of liquid. You're not supposed to transport animal parts between countries. Sanitation laws. Yeah, that's how COVID happened. Yeah, you're not allowed to transport, like, living, like, if you want to do meat, it has to be cured and it has to be, like, vacuum sealed. You can't transport plants, you cannot transport live animals, and from what I gather, you can't transport, like, raw meat and shit.
Not sure if this counts for a confession, but when I was just a wee head empty child, I tried kissing my little sister on the mouth, but her breath stank so bad I ended up being literally gagged out of doing it.
Not quite the type of confession stream today, but oh my god, thank you. Hear me out, use a catapult. It won't reach that far. Yeah, COVID was 6 years ago. It started 6 years ago. We're confessioning April Fool's stories. But it would be funny. Yeah, but I'd lose my salmon roe immediately. Go with a train? Again, the problem is not the mode of transport. It's like fucking transporting organic thing across countries. Just buy salmon and make the roe at home. Breed them. Yes, because I have enough space for a salmon tank.
When I was a kid, I called the police for pizza because I didn't know a pizza place's number.
No.
I immediately hung up and they showed up at my house.
Dude, you could have just asked your parents. What is that logic? Oh my god, thank you for the super though.
Asturian sells salmon roe in Spain.
Where is that? Thank you. Gotta find underground salmon dealers. I need to find the black market for fish. Would you rather eat salmon roe once a week but give up nasi goreng or never eat salmon roe again? I can survive without salmon roe, my guy. I can survive without it. There's a store in Madrid called Black Pearl Caviar. Apparently they sell good shit there. Does that include the thing that I need? Like, my grandma used to, like, regularly bring in contraband from Spain, but, like, she was pretty smart about it. Never got in trouble. Do you need the art to live? Considering the art is how I pay my bills, yeah, mama! These conversations are about taking place on April Fool's? Yes, or rather have, be like an April Fool's joke. I had Spanish checking them. A lot of people didn't get the prompt. Granny being sneaky. She was pretty good at it.
Left the link for the salmon roe in the Discord.
You are a peach, thank you. That's a dangerous fucking game, especially a few years after, like, September 11th. Yeah, but, like, she mostly, like, brought in food. Do you have Website and One, which I believe is the translation for Salmon Roe? Yes, that's the one. In Mexico, you could get it frozen and they just thaw it out. Expert smuggler grandma. Ultron, no one can get me to review anything if I don't feel like it. Especially not Wave. Wave, like, Waves give me ideas sometimes. Like, the main person who convinces me to do things is Hubby. And if there's, like, no good character designs or, like, NPCs that I'm interested in, I'm probably not gonna do it. And when people get pushy, that's when I really don't want to do it. April Fools are not. My convention's down bad biblically for a coffin comic lady death. Oh! Salmon Roe is salmon eggs. Which is basically, like, little tiny... Well, they're not that small. Like, orange thingies with, like, a little red dot in the center. They're usually cured in soy sauce in Japan and served over white rice. Very, very tasty. But yeah, no tapeworm for Lily. Thank you. You eat salmon babies? They're not fertilized. So, no. Little orbs of the sea in your mouth. They're super tasty. It sounds nasty, but then you eat it and it's delicious. I'm not joking. Would you try cod roe? Yeah, I would try anything.
For anyone trying to visualize Salmon Roe, think the eggs from Salmon Run in Splatoon 3. Just not as obviously there's something in there.
And also not, like, golden. I wonder where the person will go and be like, oh yes, let me put the unborn fish in my mouth. Guys, they don't spawn them naturally. They fucking murk the fish, and when they're filleting it for its flesh, they cut the egg out.
What is a good beginner fish or seafood?
Any type of white fish will do. Salmon is also great for beginners for seafood because it has a lot, it's really fatty and it has a really rich taste. But usually people go with white fish because it's safe. It's like nice, neutral flavors. Yeah, they're taken straight from the ovaries like normal caviar. Salmon is good for you, but you can't spam that shit because it's very fatty. You will get fat. Cod is still my favorite. I actually like cod. What's bacalao in English? Salmon is the tastiest fish. No notes. It's really good. But yeah, like anything that has to do with like caviar, salmon, or whatever, anything that's like fish eggs, they don't push them out of the fish usi. They cut the fish open and then extract. I wonder why it's so expensive when salmon is really common. It's the preparation. All right, okay. We are,
Eggs people eat aren't fertilized. We're basically eating animal periods.
Ew, okay, so. Welcome back, things. We're about to enter church. Church is about to be in session. I want all of my things on their absolute worst behavior, because it's time for some sins. Amen, yes, amen. All right. Welcome back, my darling children, to the Church of the Pink Thing, where we listen and we don't judge. We judge a little bit. Today, I am here to bring you delightful confessions of what April Fool's prank has fooled you. And I don't mean like just haha funny, I mean deadass you bought it hook, line, and sinker, and then you felt like a real idiot afterwards. These are all April Fool's related. There were some that were like pranks, but I might leave those for another one because there might be like a prank segment at some point. But for tonight, all of the confessions, all of the sins are related to the great American holiday that I don't understand of April Fools. So without further ado, let me make myself obnoxious. Here we go. Let's go to church. Let's read some sins. Bigly, yeah, I'm here to invade your personal space for a little bit. Okay, this first one. We begin. I was about 21 and had no car. My mom called me over to her place, saying she needed help with furniture and would drive me back after. I thought it was odd, since I'm 5'5", and my mom was 5'9". Also, why not pick me up instead of me taking the bus? I get there, and all the furniture in her place is normal. No boxes or anything. She gives me a car key and goes, "You took the bus for the last time." In the garage was an old Toyota Camry. Ugly brown, but I didn't care. My mom just did something that would solve half my problems. She lets me get in the car and feel the wheel. Turn it on. And I'm about to cry with joy with how grateful I am. My heart shattered when she yelled, "April Fools! Got ya!" That was her friend's car, who was out drinking, and left his car there. Okay, your mom is a monster. Your mom is a monster! Oh, that is evil, chat. That is terrible. 0 out of 10 April Fool's joke. That is so mean. Retirement, yeah, nursing home. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, mom, you're coming to live with me," and then at the last second, you like turn the road and go down to the nursing home, and you're like, "April Fools!" Like, I would have never let her forget it. Yeah, that's the worst type of April Fools. Like, the reason I don't like April Fools is because a lot of people think that, like, it's an excuse to be mean to people for a day. And I think that this story, like, perfectly encapsulates that. That is so rude. Did you at least have to borrow the car for a week? I don't think so. That was mean. That was a mean-spirited April Fool's joke. Hi. Yeah, that's why I generally don't vibe with the holiday. I don't like that it's just a prank bro mentality for being mean. I could laugh that one off. But if I was, like, that excited to get my first car and my fucking, like, mom pranked me like that, I would have been irate. I would have been, like, I would have literally dumped every fucking dish she had in the sink and been like, "April Fools." Like, just broken all of them. I don't know. That would have made me so fucking angry. Like, holy shit, nursing home. Okay, this next story. So, Minecraft Pocket Edition lets you copy worlds. And my little sister and I had one that we would play on all the time as kids. One April Fool's Day, oh no, I asked my sister to join the world. She would still be a while, which gave me enough time to copy that world and carpet the hub in TNT. When my sister joined, I told her I was tired of that world, so I would destroy it. I lit the TNT just as my sister begged me not to. Tears in her eyes, fucking crying. The silence after was deafening. I am pretty sure my sister would have cried if I had not revealed that the original world was fine after. She never fell for any of my pranks again. You... Could you imagine how fucking funny it would have been if you hadn't copied it by mistake? You copied the first that's good. Yeah. Could you imagine if you had copied the one that was like carpet bombed with TNT? I'm sorry, that is actually hilarious. Great fucking prank. Oh yeah, clear. No, that is funny, but thankfully he copied it.
Okay, I got it now. This was nothing I did, but there was kid I knew in elementary school who was known for being annoying and creepy. And one day during lunch break this kid drank something out of his thermos and vomited. I'd shortly after find out that someone peed in his thermos. It was
As an April Fool's prank? That's terrible. Thank you.
I've never had salmon roe, but I have had caviar, which is okay, and bull balls while visiting the States.
Oh, nice. Thank you. It's a meme where, like, Flame won't stop screaming. Oh, it's like the Three Houses one, yeah.
Okay, found this for some context. The precise origin of April Fool's Day is unknown, but it has been observed for centuries in various forms across Europe. One prominent theory traces the tradition to 16th century France, when King Charles IX reformed the calendar.
Wait, I remember that, like, there's a TTS character limit on
Dirty
Twitch, guys.
bastard.
Yeah, no, gross. Yeah. Yeah, you created trust issues in your family members. Okay. Next one. Forget Half-Life 3. I was fooled by an announcement for a resurrection of Mega Man Legends 3. See, we in the Mega Man community were still burned by the cancellation of Legends 3. And after a few years after the cancellation, someone whipped up a fake screenshot and fake Korokoro magazine pages for Legends 3, resuming full development. And I fell for it, because man, it still hurt. I guess I was desperate. This is why you don't believe anything in the internet. Okay, like, let me teach you a life lesson, especially when it comes to April Fools. If you see something on the internet and you think it's legit immediately, try and find another 2 or 3 sources. Because I can fucking guarantee you it's not fucking true. I've actually learned this the hard way. If you see something that sounds either too good to be true or it's news that should be like, oh my god, it's insane, look for other sources, because 9 out of 10 times it won't be real. The desperation is so relatable. I mean, I guess we've all put on the clown wig. We've all done it, chat, all of us. I'm so furious about its cancellation. Not the Mega Man Legends 3, they keep using it for decades. I'm still looking for the Tomb Raider nude cheat. That doesn't exist! Examples like that Splatoon mobile game that someone made. Yeah, like, especially for gaming, like, you can never trust anything, especially not leakers and especially not Twitter. You just mod it. It's not the same way. Like, imagine hearing that, like, there was, like, a secret mod for, like, a nude Lara Croft, and you went looking for it, you never found it. It's better. I mean, sure, you can mod it, but, like, don't you think that it's funnier to think that, like, oh, they secretly put naked in the game?
When I was a kid, an ex-friend of mine convinced me he was a secret agent from the future to save the world. He told me his real name, Zap Brannigan. I believed him.
Oh no! Thank you.
Mega Man Legends 3 will never not hurt me.
Apparently it's hurt a lot of people in the community. Gullible, very.
Basically, calendar reforms moved New Year's Day to January instead of late March, early April. Those who still celebrated at those times were made fun of and pranked.
That's a solid origin theory, actually. Alright, more. The ugly Mega Man from Street Fighter happened after the game got canceled. Okay. Let me preface this by saying that I was an evil Brazilian child, surrounded by even more worse Brazilian children. We used to bully this one kid. Oh, isn't that always the way? But kept indulging him enough just for him to think that we were his friends, and we were just having some friendly fun. One April Fool's, we decided it would be really fun if we told them that we were going to skip class to play soccer, and that he should go too. Of course, we never intended to skip class at all. When we were in our third class of the day and he had not arrived yet, we knew he'd fallen for it. Then, evil children as we were, we thought it would be really funny if we called his house and told them he was kidnapped. Now, I feel the need to say that I have since reflected on my actions, and I regret a lot of what I did at the time. His mother came running to the school and saw he wasn't there, so she started to panic. They called the cops, and at that point, we felt the need to actually clarify things before it escalated even more. Of course, everyone was furious, including his mom. We were suspended for a week, and the poor kid had to switch schools. Around 10 years later, we retconned through Facebook, and I apologized. We still talk every once in a while. Okay, like, this one was wild. Can I say something? That was actually really funny. No, like, that's one of those I am a terrible person things, because that's actually so fucking funny. Could you imagine, like, evil fucking children indeed? Could you? It's not illegal because it was children, but if it was not children, then yes, it would be illegal. Like, can you imagine, like, the fucking kid logic of, like, fucking being like, oh, we're gonna trick our friend, quote unquote, into not coming to school to play soccer, and then having the bright idea to be like, oh, let's tell his mom he was kidnapped. And the worst part, is that this kid is Brazilian, telling someone in Latin America, in any country in Latin America, that their child has been kidnapped is like 10 times more credible than doing it in the States. Because it can actually happen. So, like, this poor mother ran to the school in a panic, thinking that she'd lost her baby boy, and all of his friends are just sitting there at their desk like, oh, fuck. Like, look, I'm really glad that you apologize, but you need to fucking say, like, 10 Hail Marys and buy them a beer. Because, like, that is evil fucking child behavior. But that's so fucking funny, I'm sorry. Like, that is mastermind fucking behavior. That was going way too far. I bet those kids were punished by their parents relentlessly. I mean, you got suspended for a week. The ass whooping they must have gotten when they got home, chat, was probably pretty bad. What the fuck do they feed you kids in Brazil? I thought they were gonna say we thought it would be funny to tell his mom that he skipped school. No, you don't get it. In Latin America, dark humor is kind of our thing. So they thought it would be way funnier to tell that poor mother, oh, your son got kidnapped. And I'm like a homing slipper. Yeah, chancla. I feel terrible laughing at this, but like I'm Mexican, so I know how like fucking feasible this prank would be. Somos más tolerantes del humor negro. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, but like Americans, I love you. Y'all are pussies. Like Latin American people are so good at handling dark humor. It's not even funny. Your prank rating? I would give this one like a fucking what? 8 out of 10 on the prank rating. You lose points for putting that poor mother through PTSD. Me hace gracia los gringos que piensan que en Latinoamérica nos llevamos bien todos. No, wait. We're like so fucking bad at that shit. Okay, this one just says, the Splatoon joke. Twice. I will proceed to play you the Splatoon joke. Twice. This must be some high effort April Fooling because it came with fucking YouTube videos. This one made me so fucking mad. Oh, you know about it too! This one has video evidence, mama. I will be the judge of if you should... Okay, how did you fall for this? How did you fall for this? How did you fall this? Okay, like, respectfully. How many brain cells are you missing that you fell for this to me? Like, okay, let me tell you something. If they were actually gonna make a gallery for Splatoon videos, don't you think they would make them in 3D? They already have the models for it. Yeah, like, this one was Mike and L. Like, this one was actually pretty chill, but the second one is worse. Let's see it. Okay, I see 3D. That would have already given it away for me. I would have been tempted to fall for this one. That's a really high effort shitpost, dude. That's a really, really high effort shitpost. Like, holy shit, that is an insane amount of fucking effort for a prank. This one's pretty believable. This one's actually something that I could believe is like a mobile game that they maybe could have made. But like saying like, well, the kids are doing turf war, it's like wrong. You're a squid now. You're a kid now. You could just if you had used the different wording to like announce this, I would have thought I would not have immediately assumed it was a prank. But like, this is really high effort. Like, saying the adults are doing something else, like adult wording in Nintendo? No. But this is really high quality. Like, with mini-games and everything. Did they actually make this? See, like, that's super cute. The worst part is that this would be a great game if Nintendo weren't fucking cowards. Again, those little 2D animations would have given it away immediately for me. See, those 2D things would have made me go, oh, this is a fan thing for sure. Because Nintendo would have never used those. Oh, that would have probably made the internet explode. That would have probably made people fall for it. For sure. Like, introducing new idol characters, 1,000,000,000%, yeah, I could see a lot of people falling for this. Like, I could see a lot of people falling for this because the fake idols would have made people think that this is so legit. They look official, yeah, they're super cute. Minus the high heels. The high heels probably the thing that, like, tips it off that they're not real. But, like, yeah, if I had seen this at the time, I would have been like, is this official? Yeah. Like, official idols on, like, their own stage. Probably their own version of Splatfest, like... Make the comic. They don't exist! Okay, this is the thing. Yeah. Immediately fake. Nintendo would never put anything like this in the games. Yeah, immediately fake! As soon as I would have seen this, I would have been like, oh, this is fake. Like, I'm sorry, this is absolutely fucking fake. Because Nintendo is allergic to romance. They don't like it. They would never put kissing in their video games. No, they probably would. But, like, they don't do the romance thing very often. And Splatoon is such a family-friendly IP that they would never. Like, for them, even though the idols are pretty hot, it's, like, such a sexless fucking part of the fucking Nintendo ecosystem that, like, yeah. But I'm not surprised you fell for this up to this point. Because, like, that's actually really well made. Never on the lips. Splatoon Island. And they even added, like, the App Store and Google Play bits. Like, did they actually make it April Fools? I hate you. Like, not a real game. Yeah. DLC. Not a real DLC either. Okay, yeah, no, I could see why someone would have been fooled by this one. The first one, not that much, but this one, yeah.
Lily G Heart, 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 Lily G Heart. All hail the pink thing.
Thank you, that's so sweet. April Fools for the product you want is cruel. I mean, yeah, but funny.
One more from me. In elementary school, my bully told me if my hand was bigger than my face, I had cancer. I put my hand on my face. He pointed and said, "Haha, you have cancer, you're gonna die," and walked away. I was more puzzled than anything.
He was supposed to slap you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's hell. It's super funny, but wow.
Yeah, that's so fucking funny, but like it's the type of fucking funny that like you should probably not find amusing.
That's my story, and just to add a few details, I did get a beating and my mom took away my DS and sold it.
I mean, kinda deserved. You should probably buy them a beer, my guy, like...
Yakuza 7 being an RPG was April Fool's at first.
Really? Okay. Thank you. Like, absolutely deserved. Yeah, no, like, if you got fucking ganked for that, yeah, a little bit.
Okay, but consider Tomodachi life as a thing.
It is, that is true, but Tomodachi Life feels more like a shitpost in general. Alright, next story. Alright, okay, next one. I was the victim of an April Fool's joke. As a wee small baby boy of 11, had an Oreo. Thought it tasted strange, but good. Before gorging myself on about half the thing. I learned that my brother and his friends had replaced every Oreo in the house with toothpaste filled with instead, and I proceeded to have the most uncomfortable 3 days of puking and being sick ever. And to this day, at the ripe old age of 20, I cannot ever touch an Oreo again without that trauma. Okay, real talk, that is hilarious, but how did you not end up in the ER? You're not supposed to eat toothpaste. It's actually incredibly bad for you stomach-wise. Like, you're lucky you got off fucking scot-free with a bunch of puking. I'm so sad about your Oreo trauma, though. Because I love Oreos. Oh, help. I'm sorry, it's so fucking funny. Fucking, you ate an Oreo, it tasted funny, and you didn't fucking think to yourself to be like, huh, this tastes different. Yeah, that could kill you. You're lucky that you didn't die. Your brother is going to hell. Yeah, dude. Like, the trauma from the Oreos like fucking toothpaste. Yeah, if you were gonna do that, you need, like, kitty toothpaste, which is okay if you swallow it, but, like, adult toothpaste? Why did you eat half of it? How lethal is toothpaste? It's not lethal, but you could end up in the poison control center if you're not careful, because, like, it can make your stomach very upset. That probably counts as a poisoning attempt. To be fair, his brother probably wasn't expecting them to fucking go through the entirety of the thing. They're probably expecting them to, like, bite into it and be like, ew, gross, not fucking eat it like a glutton. Yeah, like, why'd you keep eating it? Why'd you keep eating it? I would have kept eating Wave! It's an Oreo. I guess, like, the fucking chocolate biscuit canceled out the disgustingness.
They had Splatoon MT instead of Splatoon TM.
Yeah, that trip also clocked you about it being a prank. Thank you. Kids eat all kinds of weird shit. Yeah, but toothpaste.
A bit off topic, but I've found employment. Thank you for the entertainment and the blessings, Ms. Lily.
You're welcome. There's mint Oreos, though. Yeah, but they're green. Huh, this tastes funny. Proceeds to eat more. Like, there are mint cream Oreos, but they're, like, green. Like, it's a lot of work for a prank. I would give it a 6 out of 10 because of the potential poisoning your sibling. Yeah, like, just a new type of mint Oreo, and you could have died. Energy. Okay, more. I thought that Star Fox being in the Mario Galaxy movie was a fake spoiler. I was super surprised that he was in the movie when I went to see it with my little sister on opening day. Oh yeah, believe it or not, when I first told Hobie, like, hey, did you know that, like, Fox is in the movie? He was like, no, he's not. And I was like, no, they literally announced it, like, 2 days ago. And, like, the VA came out and everything, and he was like, no. And I was like, yeah, no, he's in there. I thought it was a joke, too, for, like, 2 seconds. But then I went and I did my due diligence things. I looked it up in, like, 3 different sources. True, yeah. I was like, huh, I don't believe this for, like, a second. Really stupid of them to actually spoil that without the movie, before the movie released. No, it was actually a clever marketing stunt, though. Showing that before the movie, right before the movie came out, it guaranteed that all the Star Fox fans would go see it. No, they kind of got me with that. That means Super Smash Bros. Cinematic Universe. Oh, I hope they never make a Smash movie. Ever. It's gonna be a nightmare. Alright, more. I work overnights at a medical lab, and me and my coworkers, got an idea from TikTok, always a terrible start, to cover the tracking lights under our lab's computer mice for the day shift. Oh no. The day shift lab techs are mainly middle-aged to near retirement, so they were certainly confused as to where the mice were not working. Many's first instinct was to look underneath and see a tiny post-it note saying, April Fools! But my favorite reaction was the one who kept unplugging the mouse and even turned off his computer. Why would you be so mean to boomers? Guys, they're already dying. They don't need to be fucking, like, tricked with technology. Like, see, the usual instinct when your mouse isn't working is, yeah, check underneath, maybe plug it in, plug it back out. But turning off your entire computer is a little bit much. Unless the PC was, like, a bajillion years old. It's a really, really solid prank, though, because it's completely harmless and pretty funny to just watch the person trying to fucking plug it back in. But yeah, keeping them on their toes. Believe it or not, boomers actually are more computer savvy than a lot of Gen Alpha kids. But it's so fucking cute that they did that and, like, so many people didn't fucking get it. But, like, if you get an idea from TikTok, though, that's already terrible. I work in customer service. I know that there's people, regardless of age, that are tech blind. Some people just don't vibe with technology. Yeah, that scares me. It's because they have, like, no reading comprehension skills. That's why. Like, they don't know how to type. Some of them barely know how to fucking read. And they have, like, no comprehension skills to speak of, so they, like, struggle with technology. Gen Alpha's more phone savvy, right? They use it more than a PC. They're more touchscreen savvy, but I think you should always know how to type.
Okay, one last one I thought of. When I read Percy Jackson when I was younger, my dad read it along with me secretly. He sat
Oh,
me down for
no.
a serious talk one night and told me he was cucked by Poseidon and I was demigod.
Why would
and
your
would he
dad put
go into
himself
Camp
in that
Halford?
position?
Part of me...
Why didn't he say, I am Poseidon? That's so funny, though. Okay, another one. A long time ago, in the north of England, I went to go and see my family, and we were staying at a hotel. April 1st comes upon us, and my mom had a brilliant plan to prank my dad. See, my dad loves coffee. So on that fateful day, my mom put some special white stuff into my dad's coffee. Laughing maniacally, my mom watched as my dad drank the whiteless drink with a smile on herself. In short, my mom put salt in dad's coffee. Wait, she did the prank of, like, no sugar, just salt? But, like, did he drink the whole thing? Did he drink the whole thing and then it was like, oh, this tastes funny? Evil. A little bit, but, like, you can get a fresh coffee if you're at the hotel. I thought she put cocaine in it. Not legal! I would drink it. Wave, no. Impossible. That shit stings the second you put it in your mouth. I don't really drink coffee that often, so I've never had salted coffee, chat. I thought it was calm. I love how everybody's minds went to the gutter immediately. Don't call it white liquid in the stream or Gooner brain. Oh, yeah, I love how everyone in chat immediately was like, oh, is it cummies? It's like, no. First of all, where would you get that? Second, you would immediately notice if she put that in coffee. Third, she wanted to prank him, not fucking speedrun a divorce. Salt in gamer subs. Should I put salt in my gamer subs? Use code KinkyMation and put salt in your gsupps and tell me how that tastes. No. Baby. Okay, I have to ask this, because I've seen it in hentai a bunch. Is putting cummies in someone's food without their fucking knowledge a form of fucking sexual assault? It has to be. Like, if you fucking spooge on someone's toast and they don't notice and they eat it, it has to be some form of sexual harassment, right? Amongst other things. Absolutely. I would say it is. That's fucked. It's not nice.
Lily, we thought that because we are your chat.
Yes, thank you. I think that's just straight up assault. Like, it's not assault in, like, battery, but it's assault of, like, why did you spooge on my fucking food? In real life, it is, yeah. That would be an SVU episode, not happy. Oh my god, it would be. A guy got arrested for putting his spooge in yogurt samples. God, can you not say that? I brought yogurt upstairs. Like, I have my yogurt right here. Because I sometimes get snacky when I'm streaming, and it's like the one food I decided to bring upstairs, and my fucking chat is like, a guy put spooge in the fucking yogurt sample. You guys are gross. Your yogurt's sealed, right? No, it is, yeah. It's Greek yogurt. It's thick. Special flavor, Lily. Oh, I did not bring up any sugar or honey or anything. This is gonna taste like garbage. Really sad right in front of my yogurt. What's like, I don't think I've had a plain yogurt in like 20 years, and I brought up a plain yogurt with like nothing in it. I'm not gonna like the flavor of this, am I? Oh well. Okay, more. Okay. I told my best friend that I, a single lesbian, was pregnant. And she entirely believed me. And was immediately helping me sort out if I wanted to get an abortion and how to hide it. Because she's so forgetful. The next April Fool's Day, the next year, I copied the exact same message from the year before and sent it to her. And she believed the whole story again. Down to offering the exact same support. Oh, first of all, you are evil. Second of all, did she know you were a lesbian? Was she aware of your propensity for liking pussy? Because if she wasn't, then yeah, she was gonna believe it. Second, that friend is ride or die. Never let her go. Never let her go. Like, genuinely, that is, like, the nicest fucking thing. Like, to have, like, a friend be, like, that supportive. It was like, whatever you want to do, I'm there for you, you know? But, like, then you had to go and do the same prank the next year and be like, oh. She's a forgetful bitch. We're gonna be able to do this, no problem. Like, double you friend, but holy shit, get your memory checked. Yeah, despite the poor memory, that's a great friend. It's also such a funny prank because, like, I love the implication that your friend either A, did not know you were a lesbian, B, knew you were a lesbian and probably assumed, well, she's bi, and maybe she felt like taking dickies every so often. You know, like... I like that she didn't even question it. She didn't go like, wait, but you don't like cock. And like, she just went, oh my god, I'll help you. What a good friend. Forgot she was a lesbian or thought she was bi-curious. Maybe she was so forgetful that she forgot that she was a lesbian. She's a little confused, but she's got the spirit. No, that friend is ride or die. Never let them go. It was from the toilet. No, you cannot get pregnant from toilet seats. Are we gonna have to have this conversation again?
Friend assumed she drank herself to default settings.
Oh my god, that can happen, by the way. Thank you. Homegirl looked up dementia and on Google, and all of the links were purple. That is vile. I love that joke. Again, we had it before. She probably got pregnant from kissing another girl. No, you need to have tongue. Okay. That was actually pretty good. When I was about 5 to 7, my bully drenched me in water before school on April 1st. Later that day, I got so mad that I took a shit on his chair during recess, and he sat right into it. I was the goody two-shoes, so I was never suspected by the staff and was seen afterward outside, so I accidentally had an alibi. I regret nothing. Okay, I have so many questions. How did a teacher not catch you? This is probably why teachers lock their classrooms when they fucking leave for fucking recess, okay? Like, how did you not get caught? Second, bio-warfare. Third, did anybody think your bully shit his pants? Like, how did nobody notice the smell? How did nobody notice, like, poopy smell as soon as you walked into the classroom? How does someone not look before they sit? Yeah, how did you not look down beforehand? I like that you accidentally had an alibi. Like, pro tip things, if you guys are still, like, in school or, like, in college, if you are the student that is, like, the teacher's pet goody two-shoes, you can get away with fucking murder, okay? No one will suspect you ever. So if you have a fucking bone to pick with someone, that's the place to do it, you know? Like... Yeah, how bad was the kid stank for no one to notice the poopy smell? You know? That is vile. That is so fucking funny, though. Very shitty prank. Correct. Like, was it, like, stanky kid smell? How is the poop bandit still popping up? Every school has one. Every school has a poop bandit. Every single one. Like, in my high school, I remember once a kid shat themselves in the hallway, like, during class, and everybody in school was talking about El Niño Caca for, like, a month. No one knew who it was. And whatever class he was in, they said nothing, because nobody found out. El Niño Caca. El Niño Caca was, like, a legend in our school. El Niño Caca. Dude, no, that's what we call it, because no one knew who it was. No one knew who it was. So, like, it was, so everybody was trying to, like, speculate about it, right? And trying to figure out who the fuck is, like, the poop kid. No one ever found out. Shit boy, yes. El Niño Caca de leyenda. Oh, dude. Okay. I have a friend that I originally only knew online, but now know in person after so long. He told me he was born on April 1st. The obvious joke was obvious. Haha, you were born, quote-unquote joke. He assured me, though, his birthday was indeed that day. He kept this going for 3 years and made sure to never let his tongue slip, never let me see any information that would denote otherwise. Then, on the 5th year, he finally revealed it to me saying, April Fools. I was genuinely speechless at the absolute dedication it took to maintain that ruse. What was his actual birthday, then? Like, what was the actual birthday? Like, he literally, like, fucking, it had to be an April long. The long con of, like, making someone believe, like, no, my birthday's on April Fools. I think that, like, those are the best kind of pranks, the ones that you keep going for, like, a decade.
Trans lesbians exist.
They do. Thank you. Bro had commitment. That is commitment to the fucking bit. 1,000,000,000%, yeah. I'm doing great, thank you.
When I was in high school, I got into a fight and threw a table but hit the teacher. I was the teacher's favorite, so I got away with it.
Again, if you are like the goody two-shoes of the classroom, you can get away with murder. Do whatever you want.
Gang got cops called for throwing fruit at cars.
As like an April Fool's joke? Oh damn, thank you. But he'd never tell you his actual birthday. You're never gonna find out, you know that, right? The will to take a joke for so long. Just keep it going. Just fucking keep it going. I'm not sure if I would be more focused on throwing a table in the middle of a fight or someone getting hit with a table and laughing it off. It's pretty extreme, yeah. Just wait, Naruk, thanks so much for the sub. That's so sweet. How big was the table? Yeah, how big was the table? That's another question. Okay. Another story. So, back in high school, I used to do something with my voice for April Fools. The first year, I spoke only Spanish. I'm bilingual. The second, I spoke using only words that Toge uses in Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, dude, you must have gotten so many wedgies. This guy who speaks only in ingredients. For my senior year, freshman year was cut because of COVID, I decided to just not speak. I went the entire day with a notebook and a pencil to communicate and did not say a word. My friends tried to get me to crack, but I held strong. Then my girlfriend came up to me during the last hour. I had mentally prepared myself for a lot of things, but she said that if I really loved her, I'd say so. I didn't speak. She said that if I wanted to break up, I should say nothing. I held firm. Then she smiled and got closer. If you want to hit it today, say yes. She pulled on her shirt for emphasis. I folded like a wet paper napkin. My friends got their laughs, and my girlfriend touted her victory until I walked her to her car and asked about what she had said. And all she winked and said was April Fools. Your girlfriend fucking played you like a fiddle, my guy. You weak! You were weak! You folded to titty! Never break character! Never! Never do it, chat! Holy shit, like, you folded for titty. She played like a goddamn fucking fiddle. Don't act like you wouldn't, Lily. No, I would not have folded. It seems like love. You literally are the meme of, like, guys would do anything for titty. Like, you were doing so good! She had two big arguments. To be fair, like, I will tell you this much. When you've known someone long enough, tits stop working after a bit. Like, I could walk around my house naked and never fucking win an argument. Doesn't matter. Folded like a chair. He just folded immediately. Yeah, you could have those anytime. That's funny as shit, though. It is really funny, but like, and she got you. Definitely got you. Braxton, thanks so much for the membership. Thank you. So weak.
I appreciate that Sega and Sonic Team actually leaned into Sonic, and even made April Fool's merch for it.
Which is never not gonna be funny. Thank you.
We all know you actually get pregnant by holding hands without gloves on.
Yes. That way, like, the fucking genetics pass through your palms. Thank you. You're married, though. Marriage creates, like, a natural immunity. Oh, yeah. Once you spend enough time with someone, like, they don't really care. Alright, more stories. These are actually pretty funny. I was in 3rd grade. Or so, I think. And a classmate's birthday was being celebrated on April 1st. Terrible idea. Their parents brought in a giant sheet cake at the start of the day, and we're all looking forward to tucking into a slice. Until the birthday child cut into it, and it turned out to be frosted styrofoam. April Fools! None of us found it funny. Okay, can I say something? Those parents are trash. Like, holy shit. If it was actually their birthday, garbage behavior. If it was not their birthday and the kid was in on it, that is funny. But one of, like, the most sacred days, and this is coming as someone who, like, had elementary school in the States. The most sacred day of a child's life at school is their birthday. For the cake! For the cupcakes! It's the same energy as, like, parents that give, like, fruit instead of cake at parties, or, like, actually give coal for Christmas. Like, angry child swarming coming. I would have gotten, like, fucking swarmed by angry children. They better have had an actual cake in the kitchen. Yeah, like, that prank would be fine if they actually had, like, a cake or cupcakes or something in the back. But I'm being willing to bet that they didn't. I like fruit. I like fruit, too, but, like, no child, if they're expecting a cupcake, will thank you for handing them a slice of watermelon. They will look at you like you have two heads and swear at you under their breath. Some kids deserve that call. Yeah, some. But, like, on your birthday at school, no, you need to have the cake. Do they do that shit in Spain, by the way? Because in Mexico, nobody did it. But, like, in elementary school in, like, the States, I love the cupcake shit. Because that means that every so often, everybody got cupcakes. It was great. Called CPS. No, a little bit too much for CPS, but I will say this. That's a pretty mean prank to play if it was actually the kid's birthday. If the kid was in on it, not as funny, but they're gonna hate them.
I get it though. It'd work on me too.
It would work on a lot of us, though. Thank you. Yeah, like nursing home. I would never forget that.
S tier girlfriend though.
Ah, she's
Keep
hilarious.
her.
Yeah, that's how you get your kids trust issues, for sure.
NGL, I would fold for my GEFS too.
See, that's sweet, but like the prank was solid though.
NGL, my birthdays only got good once I met my online friends. They help make my day better by our shared interests.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like when you're a kid and you go to school and like your parents bring cupcakes, that's always a good day. Thank you. Watching the Pink Thing debate ethics on company time is divine. It's like not so much ethics, it's like how like fucking like what boundaries are we willing to cross for a prank, chat? Okay, another April Fool's story. That's birthday related. Okay, my birthday is on April Fool's. So I usually get at least one gag gift. My best friend put a new playmat inside of a horse dildo case and had me unwrap it in front of my family. First of all, no horse like horse cock. No cock like horse cock. Second, where did you get a hollow horse cock? You have to have some intimate dildo knowledge for that. The real joke is that it was actually your friend's dildo. He just took out the insides and gave you the empty fucking shell. Like, also, like, what color was it? Like, if you're gonna give someone a fucking, like, rubber dick as a gift, you'd better fucking make that shit, like, bright pink with glitter, mama. It can't be, like, some skin-colored nonsense. That's so boring. No. I'm talking clear jelly fucking dildo, or, like, pink with glitter, or Bad Dragon. You know the one that's called, like, Kevin, and it's, like, a dragon's tongue and shit? Yeah, that! If you're giving them, like, a boring skin-colored dildo, like, that's not fun. You need to fucking make the gag gift memorable, chat. Why do you need to know the color? Because it's important to the bit! Did it smell? Did it smell? Rainbow unicorn color. Yeah, unicorn dick. Radioactive green. Also very funny. Was it used? That's the question. How do you highlight, like, if you guys have ever, like, seen, like, a fucking dildo of any kind, it's usually solid silicone. So you either had to, like, hollow that out themselves or have that specially made. Ram Ranch! Wait, Bad Dragon, I thought that was a furry company or for making OCs. Oh, sweetie. Oh, sweetie. No, Bad Dragon makes, furry dicks. Do you want your knots? Do you want your fucking, Durgantongue's tentacles? Weird dick? Bad Dragons got it, probably. They never shipped to Mexico, though. I was very upset about that. Flared. Yeah, flared base, horse dick, whatever you want. Why not furry pussies? No, they had those too. Like, they had, like, 3D renders of all of them. It was really funny. The CEO will test the toys out himself. Oh my god. Always use a flared base. Yep. They have the frock. Yeah. But yeah, that's about... If you're gonna use a horse dildo, make it a dramatic one. Okay. I watched The Legend of Zelda fake movie trailer IGN posted way back in 2008. And I didn't realize it was an April Fool's joke until April 1st, 2009. The worst part is that I ended up pranking my little brother with it by accident. Our shared disappointment was deeper than the Mariana Trench. That was the inciting incident for my distaste for IGN, which was only vindicated over the years since then. Okay, like, everybody hates IGN for some reason. I don't get the bit. I really don't, like... But yeah, like, how did you not realize until, like, a year later? The height of, like, Ocarina of Time hype. And now, see, joke's on you because now they're making a Zelda movie. That's just disrespectful. Bad reviews. It's how they rate stuff. But, like, doesn't every reviewer have, like, a different rating for things? They did the too much water review. That was real? Wait, that wasn't a joke? They make some really terrible reviews. Which one was the Cuphead one? Of the person that couldn't play it?
I sent you a story related to what I got away with as the goody two-shoes at my high school. It was a bit too big for the bits message.
Thank you,
also,
but I will
would
say...
gladly accept the frock as a gift.
No, wait. I will say this.
I got my brother a chocolate D for his 30th birthday.
Oh, no.
One of those E to D packages you can order.
I would get that for hubby, actually. And he would eat it in front of me.
If this happened to me, I would keep it. And train to use it.
Well, no, he would actually throw it at me. No, don't train to use it. Bad. I completely forgot my train of thought. Holy shit. Chocolate is chocolate. Just chop it up into little pieces and then eat it. Too much water is real. What about dildo nunchucks? I feel like they would have no purpose. Self-defense? You cannot, like, you can use normal nunchucks. You don't need to put dicks on them. A double-ended one? It's not the same as nunchucks. You can fend off a dildo ninja. There is no such thing as a dildo ninja. The Saints Row Penetrator. Chat.
The funny thing about that review is that everyone has been saying that the water roots of Hoenn were awful for ages.
So it was, like, justified then. I knew a dildo ninja. No, you did not. Okay, oh, this one's actually pretty simple. The Google smell through your screen thing. That has to be a screamer. I vaguely remember it. I'm not looking it up because I'm not looking to give myself a heart attack today. But yeah, that's a pretty classic one. Honest to God, though. If I ever, like, have a child, I'm probably going to have to, like, fight my fucking husband to not do this screamer prank on our kids. Like, babe, would you do that? If I were to receive a gift deal, they'll send me a good brand one. Yeah, don't get any, like, fucking fake, like, bad ones. Are you talking about the scary maze? Yeah, I'm talking about the scary maze. I don't miss screamers at all, but to be honest, I think they've mostly fallen out of fashion. Okay. I've never had a good April Fool's bit, but I keep running into the worst ones. Having someone mess with my phone to make me think it broke, inspect a website to make my grades look horrible, spooked by fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards or ban list, gaslit into thinking I forgot to do something important, and the worst one yet when a girl pretended to confess her feelings for me with her friends popping out when I got flustered. Never liked April Fools. But posting about this helps, so I hope it made you laugh. I mean, it didn't make me laugh at all! I feel terrible for you! Holy shit, what kind of, like, fucking bad luck stat do you have that everybody kept using you as their prank punching bag? I'm so sorry. I am very, very sorry. That's so sad! Yeah, like, see, I don't like April Fools either on a good day, normally. That's so evil. Yeah, I generally don't like them because I do feel like some jokes can be pretty mean-spirited. That is a really terrible track record. That's rough, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, that's trauma. That's not prank. That's trauma. 2 luck stat. Bad. Negative luck stat. Most of those are not even pranks. No, they're just mean. Yeah, that one wasn't funny. That one was sad.
A friend of mine got me a Coachel 8D as a gift. What he was not XBCTIBG was me turning it around by cutting the head off with a knife and keeping eye contact the entire time.
You have to fucking keep eye contact, otherwise it's not funny. Yeah. Okay. Another one. Pretty simple one as well. I fell into believing that Microsoft bought Steam for only $10 billion. Steam would never sell them again. That actually is surprising that you fell for that. Steam would never sell to not to Microsoft of all things. Like, power move, deep throat in front of them. No! Oh god, like, was this recently? Steam would never. See, here's the thing about Steam, right? That pisses off a lot of other companies. Steam is a private company. Microsoft is public. Sony's public. Nintendo, I believe, is public. But Steam is still private. And I think that Steam being private is actually way smarter, because if Steam is private, they don't have to answer to stupid fucking investors. So Valve would never sell the company, not like that anyway. Like, they keep trying to pressure them to go public, but Valve keeps saying no. For good reason. I think it's like the best thing that they can do is keep the company private. Because they know, they're aware that as soon as they go public, they're gonna have to start fucking listening to stupid investors. And that's not good for the consumer. Listening to investors might make you more money, but it's terrible for consumers. Praise Gavin, eternal life for Gavin! Yeah, the Gabe. The Gabe Cube. Hold the line, Valve. I don't think they're ever gonna sell unless their hand is forced, and I don't see them being, like, that forced at all. When Gabe retires, he will most likely give it to his son, who will keep his legacy of his father alive and keep it private. Yeah, it would make them more money in the short term, but it would probably fuck with long-term growth, yeah. Going public also risks hostile takeovers where the company buys the majority of shares. Like, yeah, well, like what Tencent is trying to do to Ubisoft. You run into a lot more risk of losing something you've worked super hard for if you go public, so... More money in the short term, yes. Nothing good that comes out of investors for the consumers. No, nothing. That's probably why people are pressuring Valve to go public, for the money. Because Steam makes a ton of money. So the pressure is probably coming from the greedy desire to get their hands on Steam shares. Stock market, Steam, babe, you have to go to public so I can ruin you, Valve. No. So yeah, that's why they keep, like, getting sued and shit. Like, people are trying to pressure them to go public, and they're like, absolutely not. Investors don't care if they destroy the thing. They just sell it and move on to the next thing. Yeah, that's the problem. I think that, like, Gabe is pretty smart to not allow the company to go public. Lots of products will never see the light of day without investors. When I say investors, I don't mean, like, private investors. So companies can have investors whether they're private or public, right? Usually private investors are, like, individuals who give a certain amount of money to get a return on the company. You can have investors public or private, right? Steam probably does have some investors, but it's not the same thing. Usually what they do is initial investments. And then if you're publicly traded, there's always investors that buy shares. It's different. So even as a private company, you can have investors, but it's a different way to do things, if that makes sense. In public, you run the risk of, yes, someone buying too many shares of the company and having hostile takeovers happen. It's rare, but it can happen. Is it possible to go private after going public? I have no idea, actually. Does anybody who know about, like... I think you can. I think you can. There's always money with those vultures. Well, yeah. And they see gaming as a giant money market. It's not easy, but you can. Because you basically have to get all the shares back, I think. If you buy all the stock, you can make it go back to private, yes. Possible, but not easy. Okay, this one's pretty cute. One year, my dad hid a bunch of pairs of googly eyes on random objects around the house. I am almost certain we haven't found them all yet. That reminds me of a prank that I actually love, of, like, a girl that bought, like, 200 mini rubber ducks and hid them everywhere in her parents' house while they were on a trip. And they were, like, still finding ducks, like, fucking 2 years later. I find that delightful, personally. That's my kind of prank. That's the type of thing I would love to do. It's like an Easter egg hunt, but ducks. And then I saw another one with miniature babies. That the girlfriend hid them from the boyfriend, and then the boyfriend kept just fucking going, God damn it, every time he found the new one. Yeah, that's pretty harmless, and it's actually really funny. That's what, like, good April Fool's pranks should be. Like the ones you find in Roscas? Yeah. Weak. I think that's a sweet prank. Okay. I saw all of my servers put on a fake notification marker on their server icon for Discord this year. So I couldn't tell which ones had actual notifications and which ones didn't. Do you think servers like this should go to hell? Yes, I do, actually. You are never gonna catch me fucking doing that because I only ping people like once a day. But like, in what universe do you think that putting a fucking fake icon of like, oh, the server has a ping is a good idea? I got that one. I actually have not seen any of those because I'm usually only in my server and that's it. But yeah, I immediately like fucking billion years dungeon, dude. Sounds miserable. If every single one of the servers that you were in had that, yeah, I would want to like fucking lose it. My ADHD would not be able to handle that. I would hate that. Awful, yeah. I've seen a lot of servers do that. It's a very basic prank. I've had a couple and they were strong words had. Yeah, like I would leave your server because I would be like annoyed all day. I can't stand seeing the red icon personally. Like when I'm like offline because I was working all day and I come back in and there's like a billion red icons, I have to click on all of them. Okay, another one. One April Fool's Day a few years ago, my brother was using my phone to message my dad. I didn't think anything of it. But then at dinner in front of some visitor, my dad asks me, casually, "What's this about you being gay?" I was confused, mildly mortified, and panicked. I had never come out to anyone at that point, so I was shocked. My dad went to get his phone, and then I looked at my brother and saw the most devious grins, with him trying not to laugh. He messaged my dad, "Also, I'm gay," at the end of those messages. My revenge plan one day will be a fake pregnancy scare message to my parents from my brother's phone. But I'll let that wait a few years. Wait, were you actually gay? Like, were you actually gay and your brother didn't know? Sounds like it. Oh, that's vile. See, you play it cool in those cases. You mean, what do you mean? It's April Fool's Day. That's where our head's at, yeah. That is crazy. See that, like, if the brother didn't know that he was actually gay, that's actually a pretty funny prank, because it's like, dude. But, like, if the brother did know, and he said that, then yeah, that's unacceptable. You just outed them. But it's very likely that the fucking brother had no idea. No fucking clue that the brother was gay, and he just thought it would be so fucking funny to, like, tell the dad, also, I'm gay, and that's it. But were they okay with it? Yeah, what was the reaction? Task failed successfully? Yeah? Also, the fake pregnancy scare should be like a text from the brother pretending he's texting the girl that he got pregnant. That's what you should do.
Me and my cousin pranked our friends on Halloween with a candy apple eating contest. They weren't apples though, they were onions.
Ew!
One ate half of his before he noticed and we all had a good laugh.
I am sorry, who fucking goes halfway through an onion before noticing it's an onion? That is vile! How did he not notice? How much fucking sugar did you put on that thing that he didn't fucking notice it was an onion? Oh, that one's great though. Thank you. Big bite. I mean, no, you cannot go through halfway through an apple in one bite. I eat raw onions for fun when cooking sometimes. Wave, you are a different breed of animal, okay? You're a different creature than most of us, okay? Yeah, it's a fucking onion. They're gross. The caramel overpowers its science, right? Like, I know you can caramelize onions, but, like, maybe it was a really good onion. Lily, you're a different creature altogether. Yeah, I know, but, like, half of it. Half the onion. Okay, that sounds like a challenge. No, do not do that. All right, another one. Okay. This happened when I was in high school. It didn't happen to me, but to a few of the star athletes in our school. So it was a bit of a tradition every year on April Fools that coaches would pull pranks on their players to allow team bonding. How that was supposed to work? I don't know. It just seems like a way for the teachers to legally abuse students to me. Anyway, for this particular year, 3 football players got it the worst. I only happened to see this happen to 2 of them, while I heard it happened to the 3rd. I looked up at just the right moment. While changing into our gym uniforms, the star linebacker opened his lockers, only to get splashed in the face with a small paint bomb the head gym teacher put behind the locker door. Just as that happened, the quarterback started laughing at the LB, only to get immediately splashed as well by another paint bomb. A few seconds later, I heard the 3rd small but very loud pop as the 3rd paint bomb went off in the tight end's locker. This all happened in the span of about 5 seconds. The gym teacher walks out of his office, laughing hysterically, joining the rest of the boys and laughing at the 3 boys that are now covered in blue and white paint. I say covered, but it was more like they had a little bit of paint splash on their clothes, and one got hit in the face. Thankfully, the guys were good sports about it. See what I did there? So they weren't too bad. They knew about the tradition and were not wearing any expensive or nice clothing, and I sure ended up paying for new gym shirts. Okay, that's nice. All in all, a decent prank where no one was seriously hurt, but all the boys in my gym class got a good laugh at part of our school's starting lineup expense. Okay, so I was about to say that does sound like an excuse to legally abuse the students, but if the gym teacher paid for new shirts, and they already knew, then yeah, that is kind of trauma bonding. Like, in my school, we used to do, in, like, freshman year, for, like, freshman students that they just came in, the seniors would prank them. I would say prank, but it was more like a bloodbath, where they would put all of the terrified freshmen into a field. They would ask them to come in, like, gym clothes and, like, gross ratty stuff. And then they would pelt them with things like fucking, like, syrup and, like, water balloons and flour and shit. Unfortunately, this tradition got canceled because some parents complained. But everybody had a lot of fun with it beforehand. I would say that, like, it's pretty, like, in this case, in this story's case, considering that the teacher was, like, the boys were a good sport about it and the teacher paid for their stuff, no harm, no foul. A pretty decent prank, I would say. La novatada, yeah, they got rid of it in my school. Unfortunately, it was funny. They should have complained sooner. No, it was actually Americans. It was actually really funny. And all the students knew. It was like you got half of the day off. And a lot of them fought back. Yeah. So yeah, no harm, no foul in that one. Okay. Okay, so I'm a big JoJo Senki fan. And I've been waiting 7 or so years now for a season 2 to finally come out. Oh. It got announced, I think, like 5 years ago. And we had zero news past that. But we finally got a release date sometime in July this year. A friend on Discord, though, made an announcement for our Discord server that season 2 was getting delayed for another year. And I legit almost cried. I was so fucking crushed until I remembered it was April Fool's. And then it was just kind of left hoping it was a joke. Was it real, though? Yeah, hi. Like, was it real, though? Like, that's what you gotta know. Was it, like, an actual, like, delay? Or was your friend fucking with you? Because, like, holy shit, yeah, like, an anime that you've been looking forward to fucking watching for ages, getting delayed again, that seems like brutal news. There's actually no delay as far as I know. Oh, good.
Wavis like Kwambu. Creatura.
Yeah, he's just made that way. Thank you. I wasn't the one with the confession, by the way. I figured there'd be more fans.
Seagull story guy here.
Oh, hi.
My mom pranked me with fake seagulls hung over my bed and blared seagull sounds on a small radio on my 11th B-day. I screamed, fell out of my bed and broke my nose.
Oh no! Oh, that sucks. Oh my god. Like, I'm sure your mom meant well, but oh my god, I'm so sorry. That's so mean, but thank you. Nemo-ass prank. Oh, yeah. Okay. A while ago, the paleo community had a prank where a pretty convincing fossil called Susocaris. For a while, I was convinced of a fucking amogus extinct animal. Fuck my chungus life. Wait. Someone in the paleontology community made an amogus fossil, and you didn't immediately clock it? I worry for the naivety levels of my community of us. Guys, I love you. You guys are precious. You did not notice the sus? You didn't notice the amogus immediately? Susocaris. Dude, that sounds so nice. Like, that sounds adorable. Like, look it up though. Okay, fine. Oh my god, no, okay. How did you guys not clock this? So I made a fake fossil of this? Like... Have you seen the weird shit in the Animal Kingdom? No, I actually have. Dude, that's terrible. This is some of, like, the Whooms has awoken the Ancient One type meme. It was very convincing, okay? I could believe that if I saw the fossil. Like, Susocaris saliti. No, that's actually fucking great. That's actually really, really funny. For thousands of years I lay dormant. Who has come to disturb my slumber? That's actually pretty cute, though. It's a very cute prank. Yeah, I mean, pretty harmless. It's spelled Susocaris. Like, yeah. Like, Tiny Tora put it in chat. I hit a speaker in my friend's room and played the low battery sound from the fire alarms. No! Honestly, a lot of us should, like, actually save our pranks for April Fools, because there's a lot of prank stories in here. They're just not April Fool's prank. Okay. Maybe TMI, but you know what? Fuck it. It's my community. It's fine. Okay, my wife knows I have a shine kink. Satin, latex, etc. And told me she got something special prepared. Imagine my wife and I roaring with laughter when she beckons me into the bedroom, wearing a mock-up of Sam Smith 2023 Brit Awards fit made with garbage bags and mockery. We did not fuck. I've never seen this fit before, but I have to believe it was that fucking bad that you fucking overrode the shiny kink fetish thing in your brain and it was immediately like, no. Now I'm looking it up. Okay, no. I need to show you guys this one. Oh my god. Yeah, no wonder you didn't fuck. No. Look at this. Hold on, look at this. This is golden. Imagine your wife knows you like shiny things that like they get you going, and then you go into the bedroom and she's wearing this out of garbage bags. Like the fucking way. That is amazing though. Holy shit. I would have fucked. Also, average Hoyo character, like. I would have been like, I don't know, mama, you probably don't have a kink, because I would have been wildly aroused. Look how shiny that is. That is cursed. Easiest 10 out of 10. Like, dear God, you look beautiful, honey. Bonus if they have an inflation fetish. Imagine this made out of garbage bags. The stand user could be anyone. Yeah, no, dude, I would have gone for it. I would have fucking like, yeah, all night, raw. Meow. I have seen materia for outfit like that in 14. Yeah, mama. I think he couldn't fuck because he saw Sam Smith's face instead of his wife. Oh, true, valid.
Imagine seeing Spirited Away as a young kid at a daycare, but only the parts where her parents turn to pigs and she gets attacked by a shadow monster. And then get picked up from daycare before the happy ending. That's what doing a prank without the damage control is like.
Yes,
and
you need to be careful with
me.
that. You need to be careful with that for sure. Thank you.
Seems like you read my friend's confession, one where they said April Fool is miserable, and your care and sympathy is helping him a lot, RN. Thanks.
Yeah, no, like, I genuinely felt bad. It's like, yeah, no, like, that's not funny. I'm not gonna laugh at your expense, that just sounds rough, buddy. Like, holy shit, but thank you. Okay. One April Fool's Day, we were celebrating my grandma's birthday. Because she actually was born on April 1st. Then, she suddenly announced that she was engaged to her boyfriend. I took it as an April Fool's prank, personally, but I was uncertain. I'm still not sure if it was real, actually. They're certainly not married since then, and I don't have the courage to ask her if it's true or not. Imagine being born on April 1st. Imagine being born on April 1st and being an American and knowing that everyone is going to see your birth as a joke. Like, it's so funny, though, that, like, knowing, because, like, how grandmas are, you don't have the courage to be like, hey, grandma, are your boyfriend and you tying the knot, or was that a joke? Because I would be afraid I would get slapped with a wooden spoon. So, like, I understand your hesitation and not wanting to ask her this. I want to outlaw April Fools. Most countries don't do it. I would try and change it to the second. I would be like, everyone has to celebrate my birthday the next day. Would have gotten the chancla. Not born a clown, but born to be in the circus. It's what if you're not born on April 1st and everyone sees your birthday as a joke. When you're old enough, it might be easier to just be friends with benefits. Yeah, like, okay, real talk. As, like, an older couple, like a grandma and grandpa age couple, like, does it not benefit you more to just be friends with benefits? Like, the older you get, the more casual it should be, I think. Like, once you can't actually, like, have kids together or anything like that, and you're both, like, retirement age, why the fuck would you, like, fucking get married? Easy on the taxes, though. Oh, not every country does that. That's a very States thing, by the way. Like, in Mexico, you don't get shit. Like, in Mexico, I asked, like, my accountant, when I still lived there, like, if hubby and I got any benefit for being married, and he just laughed. Okay. One more. Okay. This is one that I think will make you laugh, Lily. In a monthly teen science magazine I was subscribed to, there was always an April issue on one article that would look serious at a first glance, but it was an April Fool's one. One in particular remains in my mind to this day. These articles spoke about how a high temperature could cause fertility problems in men. That is actually correct, by the way. Sperm production is very sensitive to heat. And then it said that to fight the issue of teens and adults sitting all day and heating their balls too much by keeping their legs closed, scientists devised boxers with mini fans to keep your balls fresh at all times. That was, of course, an April Fool's joke. But young and naive boy that I was, I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I was even impressed that you can miniaturize hundreds of little fans and batteries in a man's boxer briefs. Needless to say, I only realized a lot later that it was total bullshit, but hey, at least I can still have a good laugh out of that memory. I hope you had one too. Okay, like, I love the logic of, like, your balls are too hot. You need to cool them down. And the solution is to just point, like, fans at your crotch. You can tell a scientist wrote that. Like, it would have been even funnier if it was just, like, one fan. Like, you cut out the crotch of the boxers and you just fucking attach a fan to it. But no. Like, this person deadass thought that scientists had developed a pair of underwear that had a cooling system in it that had fans in it. Imagine if that was real somehow. Like, there are fabrics out there that are designed to be cooling. Like, do, like, a water cooling system be a sounding? Liquid cooling crotch. Yeah, Lily, what the fuck? Just stick it in. Stick an ice cube in your dick. It's fine. Like, put ice on your nuts at least. Dude, no, if your balls get too cold, I think they hurt too. Oh yeah, freeze some gsupps and put it up your fucking pee hole. No, do not do that. Do not do that. Do not do that. The gsupps KKMHN code for 10% off your order does not recommend that you freeze gsupps and put it in your pee hole. Bro, don't put that visual in my head. What the fuck? Well, like, you'd cool down your dick. A steak shaped by ice. Do not do that. Piss yourselves. No. Butt chuck gsupps. I would not recommend it. No, you would be able to fucking hear colors. Yeah, don't put anything up your pee hole, okay? If you drink gsupps, it'll become your pee and it'll go to the balls to cool naturally. Just don't wear super tight-fitting pants, fellas. Okay. Next story. First of all, this might be a semi-long one, but I hope you will read through it. A bunch of years back, my mom invited the family for dinner, which just so happened to be April 1st. So I called my mom and I asked if it was all right if I brought a +1. She was delighted that I would. Now, at this time, I did not have a girlfriend, but I had a different plan. Straight after I confirmed with my mom, I called one of my best bud from school times that I was still hanging out with. Hey, bud, whatever your plans are for April 1st, cancel them. My mom just invited me for dinner with the family, and I said I would bring a +1. I want to pull a prank as coming out of the closet, and you and I are dating. My buddy didn't even hesitate. No questions asked. He just agreed like a true bro. Imagine fucking role-playing. So the week passes, and the family dinner is upon us. We arrive. My mom opens the door and sees me with my buddy. I go, hey, Mom, you remember Buddy from school, right? Me and him have actually been seeing each other for the past 3 months. And I've been going a little quiet about it. But I thought today would be a great day to let you know. My mom, bless her heart, is a very accepting woman. And she didn't even question my decisions. Thinking back on that, what the hell, Mom? We went the entire dinner talking like normal. Or other family members asking how we started dating. Me and Kenny made up the entire thing on the spot. It wasn't until we started cleaning up that one of my sisters mentioned something about an April Fool's prank. The gears caught up to my mom, and she rushed back into the living room very calmly and asked me, was it an April Fool's joke? To which my buddy just answered before me, I can still stay for dessert, right? Okay, you win. You win the award for best prank on this segment so far. First of all, your fucking bro is ride or die, because what do you mean you told a fucking, presumably, a fellow straight man, hey dude, we're gonna pretend to be gay at a family dinner, and he was like, bet. Second, the commitment to the bit that they only found out after your sister said something is insane. Yeah, you should have, all you needed to do was kiss the homie goodnight and that's it. It would have been fucking sold, mama. He's a bro. Did bro get his dessert? Absolutely, he probably did. He was in it for the food. That's not gay, it's homosexual. Like, that was a phenomenal prank. That, I think, is like, you win the award for best prank on this fucking segment, because holy shit, the dedication to the bit, the ride or die, the fact that you guys kept that going all night, and the best part, your mom didn't even get mad. Your mom was just like, oh, my son is gay, it's okay, I still love you. Like, your family's great, your bro is great, and you are excellent at pranking. Also, this must have taken you a while to plan, because you were like, do you have plans on April 1st? No, come on, let's gay out. Did you give him a bro job? Probably not, but I definitely admire the cut of this dude's jib. Good job, honest to God. Did your mom assume you were gay, though?
Oh, wise Lily Goth of the Lake, I plan to make some agua fresca. What flavor should I make?
Horchata. Thank you. Yeah, they should have homie smooched.
They actually do have a device that you are supposed to place your boys in and cool them by a couple degrees.
But like, if you don't wear tight pants, your boys will be fine. Thank you. Yeah, don't let that buddy go.
Instructions unclear. I now have gamer farts in my penis.
No! Thank you. I do like horchata. Yeah, I'm Mexican. I feel like my parents were more surprised I like women at all. Wave! See, like, I could never do that to my parents. Like, their reaction would just be, like, bad. Marry your buddy for the bit. What if they kept the prank going and they got married and they had kids and they were like, wait a minute. All right, another one. Obligatory me doing the foolin'. Backstory. My father and godfather both worked at a church. While my godfather worked at the daycare, he found a 4-foot child doll that was messed up. Like, no eyelashes, matted hair, lazy eye. They called her Twyla, Twilight Zone. And they would pass it off to each other in ridiculous ways. For instance, my godfather working at a school, and my father coming up to the parking lot and stuffing it in my godfather's truck bed. Another being my family getting home from a flight at 2 a.m., being driven home by my godfather, and he put the fucker pressed against the glass in our backyard. I would have shat myself. Cut to present day. For Christmas, I got them another doll named Lucifer, and it started being passed off to my family. April 1st this year, I drove out at 2 a.m. to stuff its body in a bush with its head poking out of it, looking into the window of the pool table / entrance of the house. They haven't noticed yet. You can tell that, like, as soon as they notice that someone's going to yell and fall backwards in their seat, or someone's gonna go get a gun, depending on what type of house it is. That is a great tradition, though. Like, that is a prank that started with, like, besties and, like, it's now transcended a generation. Annabelle last prank. I like that he got a new one, but, like, if you guys have never seen those, like, 4-foot tall, like, dolls, some of them were like big Barbies, but they are also like stuffed dolls too, which are like the Raggedy Ann type of things. And when they get like old and worn down, they look so fucked. So I'm only just fucking picturing this Raggedy Ann ass fucking thing getting passed down between people until you plan the next objective to prank somebody else. That's actually delightful. Great prank. Although, again, you might give someone a heart attack. It's a great tradition. I actually genuinely love that. I do generally have enjoyed the pranks so far. They've been pretty wholesome. My sister has one. It scared me from time to time and nearly took off his head off with a punch. Okay. I got one that my partner was pregnant. I was kind of happy on the inside, but anxious on the outside. I really was hoping it wasn't a lie. Aw, okay, real talk. You should never make pregnancy announcements on April Fools. Because, like, legit or not, no one's gonna believe you, and if it's actually fake, I do find that to be in very poor taste. I don't think that you should lie about being pregnant on April Fools. That's something that, like, you fucking announce it another day, mama. And it is kind of mean, especially, like, if your partner wants to be a dad. Yeah, that one's a little bit mean-spirited. It's cruel, especially considering that there's a lot of ladies out there that can't have babies that do get upset about stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's not as funny as other pranks, I would say. Because some people would not react well. It feels like it would hurt. I feel like it would hurt if, like, your partner actually wanted a baby.
Horchata will be tomorrow. I have half a pitcher of agua de mango. ¿Quieres?
Thank you. Yes, I will take some. Thank you. All right, another one. This did not fool me, but I was the fooler. Back when I was in my first year of college, my at-the-time roommate to our first shopping trip together, we stopped at Five and Below as he'd never been to one. What is that, by the way? While there, I flipped through all of their posters they have and came across a Hatsune Miku poster, which I thought was cool. He, however, stopped and scoffed at it jokingly, to which I asked him if he hated Hatsune Miku. He passionately said that he did. This set in motion a plan that had to be upheld. A revenge to the highest degree. Over the next 3 years, I began stockpiling as much Hatsune Miku merch as I could. Posters, stickers, art pieces from dozens of artists at conventions, keychains. Even I went as far as sewing my own Hatsune Miku plush by hand out of felt. It all culminated on the night of March 31st/April 1st. I got up at 3 a.m. that morning and completely redecorated our entire apartment floor to ceiling in all of the merch. Every square inch of wall was Hatsune Miku. His door was covered in stickers of Hatsune Miku's, plushies on tables, even a note addressed to him in a cute Hatsune Miku stamped envelope. Come morning, I waited for him to wake up and see everything, and then the moment came. He didn't notice. Yup, that's right. He went straight to the bathroom and somehow didn't notice any of it. It wasn't until I poked my head out when he came out of to get breakfast that he finally realized that something wasn't right, and immediately realized that he was in Hatsune Miku hell. We had a good laugh about it, and he actually thought it was funny to the point where he kept it up for the rest of the year. Awesome roommate. Better friend. Hashtag Hatsune Miku forever. Did you, like, convert your friend into, like, a Hatsune Miku fan with this prank? The Night of 1,000 Mikus. You have to respect that, like, 3 years of collecting merch is not a small amount of merch, chat. That is an insane fucking level of collecting. Like, he probably had enough fucking Hatsune Miku shit to fucking floor-to-ceiling wallpaper the room, okay? Like, is his friend Soundwave? Like, he got indoctrinated. He did. No. That's a great prank, because there's no way he would have seen that coming if you did it in, like, 3 years. Miku dayo! Yeah, he got Miku Miku beamed, and he actually thought it was so funny he kept it up for a full year. That is actually so sweet. And so fucking funny. Because, like, it's so much stuff. You realize that, like, whenever this dude had the chance, he would buy Miku merch. Like, whenever he saw something, he would buy it. Becoming a fan from Stockholm Syndrome is a thing. That's how I got down bad for Zabok. Wave! You got brainwashed by the Miku cult. To be fair, who would not want to be brainwashed by the Miku cult? She's adorable. I like that we've canonicized Miku and Soundwave being intrinsic to one another. He probably learned to learn Miku over time before that. No, like, again, like, there is a chance that he didn't see any of the merch that his friend was buying, you know? Any of it. But there's also a slim chance that he did spot some of it and didn't really think much of it. He was just like, okay, my roommate is weird. Where did he put all of it? That's a great question, actually. Where did you put all of it? Like, closets? Probably? In his closet, storage unit, in his room. Oh yeah, it would have been even funnier if you put like leaks on the bed or like played some music really, really loudly when he got up. That would have worked really well, I think. I just mean, like, did he get over his hate for completely unrelated reasons? Maybe. Or maybe he just said that he didn't like it, like, in the moment. Think of the legs on Miku. Miku's cute. I've drawn Miku before. I made, like, a whole fucking milfy Miku comic. He got it when he saw it all together. I can't believe that he initially missed it, but to be fair, when you, like, get up in the morning and you're, like, half asleep and all you're thinking about is, like, oh god, I have to pee, you don't normally notice many things that are different, do you? Yeah, I've drawn Miku before. I also drew the Pokemon one, yeah. Did you do Brazilian Miku? No, I wasn't a fan of the fad. I usually don't do trends, believe it or not. Where is she? Patreon, mama. Full comic on Patreon, but there are previews and stuff on Blue Sky on Twitter. Which Pokemon Miku one? The fairy type one, which one else would I do? The Jigglypuff staring into your soul is one of my favorite things that you've done. Thank you. You're sleeping on some trends also. I say, I don't think I particularly need trends, honestly. Also, Twitter is useless. The best thing that you can do if you, like, want to, like, get attention on your work is, like, just be active in your community. Also, can I say something? People are sleeping on YouTube for art. Like, I put up LilyGot's ref on Twitter. It, like, fucking performed okay, but, like, not, like, worse than my usual stuff, because I've, like, conditioned my following with tits. And then I posted the ref on YouTube. 6K likes and, like, almost 200 comments. Like, what the fuck? People are sleeping on posting their art on YouTube, holy shit. Like, now, I can't post most of my stuff, because I'd get banned. But if I have safe for work shit to share, yeah, I'm sharing it on YouTube. Like, I'm probably gonna post previews for Magical Miss Lucy on YouTube and stuff, because, like, holy shit, the reception there was much better than Twitter. Because tits, yeah, we can't post tits on YouTube. Yeah, there's people on YouTube a lot. Yeah. And, like, right now, Twitter is having an issue that, like, they're mass deleting bot accounts, right? And some real legit accounts have been caught in the crossfire. But it's just better to go on YouTube if you're gonna post safe for work. I can't post most of my normal work, but if it's safe for work, you can use it. I never thought about posting there. Like, to be fair, I just did it because it was, like, a VTuber related thing. It was, like, a character related thing, but I was surprised by the reception. Okay. This was a couple of years ago, and my mom was very much approving of it. She called all 3 of my older brothers and told them I was dating a gang member. And that I was hanging out with them every day, and I was having sex. And all of them threatened to come to our house and killed the guy. The real plot twist was I had a secret boyfriend I was hiding from my mom. Still a virgin, though. Good for you! Okay, no, but, like, your brothers are fucking goated if their immediate response to finding this out was, oh, we have to kill the guy. And, like, 3 older brothers. That woman is protected for life, okay? Like, if you have older brothers as a girl, good luck fucking trying to date anybody that they don't approve of because they will make it their problem. The mom be legit protective. No, like, the mom approved of the prank. Like, the mom knew this. Like, she told the mom in advance so she wouldn't fucking panic and then decided to fucking prank the brothers, which is actually really funny. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it on the segment for today, guys. If you guys like the segment, like, comment, subscribe. Which story was your favorite? Honestly, there were some really, really good ones. Highlight for me, in terms of funny, but also fucked up, was the Brazilian kidnapping. 10 out of 10. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more confessionals like this with different themes. I just want to hear it. These are really, really fun to make, and it's really fun to go through all of the stories. And yeah, don't forget to go check out Gamer Subs. Go get 10% off your entire order, mama, if you use my code KikiMation at checkout, alright? And I have a call, like, in a little bit, so I might actually go soon, things.
The middle in Project Moon be like.
Yes, thank you. Use the code for 10 Hail Marys. Yeah, if you want to fucking pay your penance without having to say, like, 12 Hail Marys, use code KikiMation. I'm actually gonna stick around for a little bit. I have time.
My junior year of high school, for 4-1 and senior prank, someone showed up when nobody was on campus and covered the teacher's office in plastic wrap.
Oh no. Actually, Wave, save that story, and if we make, like, a topic of, like, what's the wildest thing you got away with at school or something like that, we can use that. Because, like, I love you guys, but Spanish was reading through these, but, like, were not that many that were April Fool's related. A lot of these were just, like, random pranks. That's a segment that I can contribute you. Yeah, I would say so. I've seen people tell Dean duct tape to the ceiling. Yeah, later YouTube. Like, just save that. Dude, you would love my story. Like, there's a lot of them here, but I think that we could probably use them for prank segments. Are you gonna do about April Fool's pranks reading later? You didn't get to mine, so I'm curious if it was a good April Fool's joke. I might if we have more, but, like, most of these were not even really April Fool's stories. We can't read. No, apparently not, but it's okay. I love you anyway. I didn't read. Wave. Thanks, Mommy. I love you too. You can also do one of just pranks. I think that, like, next time I'm gonna do one of just pranks. The problem is that, like, I don't have a ton of time to read these, so I put Spanish on it, and Hubby was helping me out too. I had some with bits, but I've never used them before, so I didn't know it was gonna be narrated. Oh yeah, bits have TTS, and they also have, like, a character limit. Unlike YouTube's system is for super chats. I actually really like, because, like, the more you pay, the more text you can put in. And with TTS on Twitch, it cuts off at the same number of characters regardless of how many bits you give. It's really weird. Y'all need to read the question and think before posting a story. I mean, I don't really mind it, because it's stuff that we can use for another segment. Some of them are really fun. Yeah, we can probably use those for pranks.
I didn't expect to be kissed. Thanks, I'm blushing.
You're welcome. But yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, there's some great stories in here, because, like, let's face it, the New Year's confessional was hilarious. I like the homosexual. The homosexual, I think, wins the award for the most elaborately executed April Fool's joke out of all of these. That one was for sure the most elaborate prank, the homosexual. Homosexual one was bad. This homosexual was probably my favorite. I like the fan for the balls. That one was pretty good too. Again, like, the funniest one for me, but that's because I'm Latina, so, like, we're all like this, was the Brazilian kidnapping. Cherry on top would have been if it turned out he was bi. Maybe, like, the mom suspected him. I am not beating the bottom allegation. It's okay, I'm bottom also. I'm still laughing at my dumbass for believing Susukar is. I mean, it's okay, like... The trash bag one. The trash bag one was immaculate. Like, the Sam Smith fit was immaculate. You fucking ruined his kink. This is my first time catching a stream. I'm really glad I could. Been a fan for ages. Oh, thank you. Of course it was pranks. Yeah. Like, I don't do the confessionals that often because it takes a while to get all the submissions together, but they're always a fun time. And I get to use the nun model, which I really like. If one of these stories are particularly funny, I'd like to see them act out internet historian style. Like, if I had the time and budget for it, I would, like, low-key animate some of these, but, like, unfortunately, I don't think that we can do that. I don't really have an April Fool's story because my oblivious ass can never figure out if I'm being pranked. I don't have April Fool's stories either, because we don't do April Fools in Mexico. And most of the pranks that I was involved in when I was a child were pretty mean. I was victim of April Fool's / pranking. You could call that more bullying, though, when I was a child. So I'm not that, like... I don't know if mine would be... Some of them would be funny, because I can laugh at them now. But, like, when I was a kid, oof. I do have one that one of my friends pulled when we were in elementary school, which was not an April Fool's one. But, like, there was a kid in our class that we all fucking hated, because he was, like, very, like, annoying and loud and was always causing trouble. And this friend of mine was Bolivian, right? So, much like any other Latin American person, we liked hot sauce. So, she brought, like, the hottest hot sauce she had from home to, like, show it to me and our other friend. And then this kid was being annoying nearby, and it was, like, snack time, and we got, like, crackers with peanut butter and shit, right? And my friend dared him to try the hot sauce on, like, a cracker. And she was basically baiting him by being like, oh, dude, like, this is so fucking spicy, you would never be able to take it. Like, you're such a wimp, you'd never do it. The guy grabbed the hot sauce, chugged it, and was being smug for about 0.2 seconds before his face went beet red, and he ran out of the classroom to go throw up. The funniest part was that, like, no teacher saw this, and my friend denied all involvement, but they did confiscate her hot sauce. Lava bot? Oh, yeah. Siempre tiene que ser alguien de Bolivia, sí. Yeah, I mean, she did tell him, dude, it's super spicy, try it on a cracker. He literally, like, fucking had to call her bluff, grab the thing, chugged it, and then immediately went into the bathroom. I would have found my childhood pranks funny if 95% of them weren't. Haha, we put your thing somewhere high because you're short and you can't reach. Dude, mine was getting locked in closets and shit. Mine were not funny. Bro, shit his whole ass off. No, he puked immediately. He puked immediately, like, didn't even fucking think about it. That's why, like, and then the teacher was like, what the fuck happened? And my friend was like, oh, he took my hot sauce. And we all backed her up on it, because no one liked this kid.
My brother and I pranked my mom by pretending I'd been stabbed in a home invasion after she and my dad came back from date night. Dad saw through it.
Oh my god! That one was hard. That one's hardcore, though. Thank you. If it's not Bolivia, it's Peru. Peru es clave. But yeah. Most of the other pranks that, like, I was a part of, I was, like, the pranked. And they were not nice. In the early 2000s, after 2001, they cracked out hard on, like, physical stuff, so bullying became psychological warfare. Dude, no, it was so bad. I didn't even get bullied that bad when I was a kid, in school. But there were some pranks that were psychological warfare. Yeah. Kids can be evil. Kids can be pretty mean, if left unchecked, because, like, they have, like, no concept of empathy at all. Because that's something that you learn. You have to learn to, like, develop empathy. You're not born with it, usually. So they don't get that they can seriously hurt people's feelings until you explain to them, or you hurt their feelings. And then they get it. Kids can be little psychopaths. You have to teach a child not to fucking do that shit. Kids' default settings are evil. I wouldn't say evil, but they're a little bit more mean-spirited because they don't quite get what emotional damage is until they go through emotional damage. Does that make sense? Yeah, they don't get limits because they don't have limits. How old are you? I'm in my 30s. Not super, though. I would say they're more blunt. Kids tend to be more blunt, yeah. Not evil, immoral. Yeah. It's more like they don't have a moral compass because they haven't developed it yet. That's the thing. One of the most important things in school is being popular, so being the bully and not being bullied is the goal. Yeah, you would rather be quiet and not have to deal with being, like, harassed, you know? Remember, give your kids emotional damage early. I don't think that's the takeaway you should have.
Last super from me for the night.
Thank you.
Just quickly, thank you for all you do, Lily. You make me and my friends so happy, and today has been especially great.
Aw, I'm really glad to hear it. That's so sweet. Thank you. I don't think that you should emotionally damage your children, but you should explain to them that if they do something mean, what it means and what it can do to hurt someone. Yeah, please don't emotionally damage your children. Like 100%. Yeah. Like, kids are pretty delicate, too. Like, that's the thing. They're little psychopaths, but they can be very, very delicate. The pranks my dad did were stupid, but always in good fun. Like, I used to love pranking my family. And all of my pranks were mostly in good fun. Like, my favorite prank was the dancing Christmas tree, which I fucking used that thing until I broke it. My sister hated me. But, like, I also did have some psychopath moments in high school. Like, when I first got, like, into cosplay, even though I don't really do it anymore, I was styling a wig, so I got a styrofoam head for it, right? And it was, like, a long black wig, and I put the wig on the styrofoam head, and then I put the styrofoam head in my sister's shower. The scream that she screamed was ungodly. Yeah, I didn't really become a pranking person until I was older. And then, but she got me back, though. She got me back because she put the styrofoam head in a hoodie and then put a pillow in the hoodie. And then put the wig on it, and then she put it on my bed, like a half-disembodied torso, and I got back from school ready to take a nap, and I walked into the room and I saw, like, a disembodied torso on my bed, and I shrieked so fucking bad. So, like, in my house, it was a sport. Oh my god. Yeah, no, it was really funny, though. Prank wars. Like, one time, I slapped my sister with a fish. And my dad hated me. My dad was probably the best victim for the dancing Christmas tree. So there used to be like this decoration that we had in our house, which was a little Christmas tree that when you turn it on, it was motion activated. It had like green eyes, and it would open it and it would be like, hi, dun 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 dun, and it would sing a stupid Christmas song. So since it's motion activated, I used to hide it in different places of the house and wait for people to walk by. And I got my dad so many times. I would put it in his bathroom. I would put it in his bedroom. One time I put it under my sister's bed. My dad got so sick of the fucking dancing Christmas tree that one time he was like, okay, Lily, we have a family fucking dinner thing. Kindly put the stupid tree in the bathroom and turn it on. I wanna see if you can get my in-laws, my brothers-in-law. And I did get my uncles pretty good. But unfortunately, that was the last time I was able to use the dancing Christmas tree because it just went on a loop of singing and never stopped. I think I remember those. They were pure nightmare fuel at night. They were so fucking funny. He was feeling tree-pilled. Yeah. Okay, so you actually are the evil twin. I have a pretty fun sense of humor, I would think. At least they didn't kill the dancing Christmas tree. No one killed it. It died a natural death. Having a sibling is like life in a PvP server. Oh, yeah. It died a natural death, but, like, it wasn't that bad. Deltarune had one of those in Noelle's house. Speaking of Deltarune, dude, I can't fucking wait for the next chapter. It's probably gonna be, like, late this year, but I can't wait. Hello, Gooters. Hello! That's what the evil twin would say. Guys, I draw not safe for work for a living. In what?
Speaking of fish, you should try to get into Vampire the Masquerade sometime, like watching a video on the clans. I think you'd like the Malkavians.
Are vampires fish? Thank you. Like, in what universe was I the good twin? Genuinely. As you saw the femboy Lily clip, have you learned your lesson about sub goals by now, Lily? Probably not. Fishmilk is a meme in that community. Oh! Just came here from watching the latest YouTube video of reviewing Sonic IDW characters. Oh, I hope you liked it. People love femboys. Apparently, because a good few comments on the ref sheet I posted for 2.0 Lily were like, when femboy? One of my other favorite YouTubers played Chapter 3 on release and then waited until Christmas release of Chapter 4. Ooh. My favorite retro anime? Oh, Sailor Moon from the 90s. Lily, they added furries to Limbus. The game is finally complete. Oh no. You should have a safe for work version. Of what? Of Femboy Lily? The plan is to make a safe for work version of Femboy Lily. Now you know there's a market. The worst part is that, like, hubby is, like, super behind me making that thing. He's like, if you ever do make the model, I need you to practice a voice. And I was like, a femboy voice. I was like, what is that? And he was like, I don't know. Let's listen to some femboys. And then we, like, listened to fucking voice clips from, like, a few famous femboys in anime. And I'm like, Mama, they just sound like girls. And he was like, yeah, you're right. So, like, how the fuck I'm gonna make a bratty femboy voice? I will never know. Felix, yeah, Felix sounds like a girl in Japanese and in English. Side note, started ReZero today. I can't wait for the emotional trauma again. Hubby seems to be very supportive. He enjoys the vid. Look up femboy VTubers. What do they sound like? People be like, if you make a femboy, he has to be instantly impaled in a big dick. I mean, it would be. Make the voice even higher. I don't know if I can go much higher. I guess I could, but like, if I go higher than this, it would be kind of hard to maintain it through the entire stream. Also, it sounds way too girly. Way too girly. And I would sound like Mickey Mouse at some point. Like, hubby suggested I try something like Mona from Persona 5, which makes sense. It's voiced by a woman and it doesn't sound like very girly. Can we get much higher? I can go higher! Give it the Toad voice. No, no, we're not doing the Toad. My throat. Just give it John Mulaney's voice. Like, yeah, I need like a voice converter that will like make me sound like John Mulaney. Maybe listen to some VAs. Yeah, my plan is to like listen to some people and kind of like learn because like I'm not super familiar with voice acting stuff, so. Sounds like a generic VTuber. No, because I'm not lisping or anything. It's just higher pitched. My best is if you're trying to voice a prepubescent male teen, wouldn't I need to make my voice crack like every 2 seconds if I did that? Speak like Kermit the Frog! Favorite Sailor Scout? Saturn, I think. Saturn and Chibiusa. Although, like, hubby was like, no one likes Chibiusa, and I was like, fuck you, Chibiusa's great. Oh, Mercury's super cute, though.
You have to say boy pushy at least once.
I like that you wrote it pushy instead of pussy. Jupiter's really cute, too. Try an impression of me for femboy Lily. Wave, you sound normal, though. I love Chibiusa, okay? I adore Chibiusa. I've liked her, like, again, hubby got me a while back, like, the entirety of the Sailor Moon collection for, like, the mangas. They're in Mexico. And my sister got me a first edition of Sailor Moon, fun fact. She found it in a thrift store, and she thought it would be cool if I had it, and she had no idea what that fucking thing is worth. I was like, are you sure you want me to have it? Like, dude, this is a first edition from, like, the 90s, and she was like, yeah, I figured you like it. But like, I already had all of them. So I have, like, a first edition from when Sailor Moon first came out in my house, and I also have, like, the full volume in Spanish. Yeah, like, it's one of those things that, like, my sister gave it to me because she remembered I liked anime, and I was like, dude, you have no idea how valuable, how much this means to me. What about the evil corrupted grown-up chibi? You mean Black Lady? Great design. Why? Oh, Sailor Moon is very near and dear to my heart. It's, like, one of the first pieces of fiction that I actually, like, read/watched in its entirety. I love Magical Girls because of that show and series, and my deep love for, romance and maybe Ratman comes from Sailor Moon. Like, I'm genuinely, like, super, like, it means so much to me as a series. I have all the volumes of the first manga I've ever got. Which Sailor Moon Ratman? Prince Damon! The one fucking bad guy in Sailor Moon, I think, like, in the third arc of the manga, who was down horrific for Usagi's future version. For Queen Neo Serenity, and like he saw Sailor Moon and he was immediately down cataclysmic. And his design, he was very pretty. Opinion on the Pegasus plot. I like the Pegasus plot in the manga. I need to watch the Sailor Moon remake to see if it actually holds up. In the anime, I thought it was very fun. But they didn't really quite go into explaining Pegasus' character and what he was actually meant to be to Chibiusa. So in the 90s animes, it just felt like she wanted to, like, fucking date a horse. Why do you like Ratty Men? Why do I not like Ratty Men? That is his fault. Sailor Moon Crystal. Yeah. The remake of Sailor Moon, which the first season was god-awful, thanks, Toy. But apparently they cleaned up their act with the animation in the other ones. Oh, Sailor Mars is gorgeous. My friends and I were actually planning a Sailor Moon cosplay that sadly never happened. I was gonna be Mars because I already had the hair for it. Yeah, Helios is way nicer in the manga. And in the manga, they actually explain to you that he is actually Chibiusa's fiance. Because they're royalty, so they get engaged pretty young. But unfortunately, the anime kind of, like, skipped over that. Does you have a call soon? Oh, hubby's taking care of it for now. I almost had a heart attack mid-stream because my grandpa called me, hubby took it, and apparently he was, like, stranded out, like, in the countryside. And I was like, oh god, I call him an Uber, and then he just solved the problem immediately. To someone who knows nothing, your explanation of Sailor Moon sounds like a soap opera plot, because it is. To someone that knows nothing about Sailor Moon, let me explain, like, the basic premise of the manga, right? It's a love story. It's magical girl. I guess you could call it Bishoujo manga. And it's the story about a girl named Serenity, well, Usagi, named Serena in English, I prefer Usagi, who gains the powers to fight evil from a magical cat with a moon on its forehead. And then she fights bad guys to try and find the Silver Moon Crystal. But it turns out that she is actually the reborn version of the Princess of the Moon. And the guy that she had been fighting bad guys with is the reborn version of the prince that she fell in love with, and they had both tragically died in the past life. So, like, the story kind of just follows their relationship, their friends, power of friendship, a lot of romance, a lot of drama. It's a very cool story. Born to be there. Yeah, they're star-crossed lovers, which is another one of my favorite tropes, personally. Why do you guys think I like Emmett Silk so much? And I love it, though, because it was, like, the era of manga where girls were allowed to be, like, competent, but also allowed to fall in love. I feel like nowadays, most fucking writers see women as like, oh no, she can't be romantically involved with anyone because that would like diminish her capabilities as a woman. And I'm like, that's so boring and that's so lame. Bring romance back, please. That's why I got kind of annoyed that the Jinu and Rumi romance went nowhere in K-pop Demon Hunters. I would have loved to see them develop that a little bit more instead of TikTok clip rushing it. Because it had a lot of potential, and I think that nowadays a lot of movies are kind of like afraid of making women characters like romantically available. Girl boss derogatory. I'm so tired of it. It's okay, you can make women competent without making the men around them incompetent and without making them completely sexless. They hit Marvel hard with that shit. Yeah, no, it has happened quite a bit. Bayonetta's in charge and still won the dick. I love Bayonetta, and like, I don't, like, call me whatever you want, but I was genuinely baffled. Baffled that people got so mad over the ending of Bayo 3. Or the fact that, like, A, she got married to a man, and B, she had a daughter. First of all, like, how does that surprise you? The fucking Umbra Witch cycle is very much like a mother-daughter thing. Second, did y'all really believe that they were gonna do lesbians?
Would you consider Berserk a toxic yaoi?
Depends on who you ask, honestly. Like, people had headcanon John and Bayonetta as, like, lovers for years, but, like, they never hinted at that in the actual canon. It's one of those cases where people really just let their headcanons take over and, like, don't fucking see reasons, but I was delighted to see Bayonetta having a family. I thought it was so sweet. Wait, really? That's not— yeah! I'm not gonna explain how that happens, but they basically cement a ship that they had set up from the first game. I don't know what to tell you guys, but Luca and Bayonetta had been a thing since game 1. Like, they were never really explicit about it, but, like, they did hint at them having a more-than-friends relationship. They just cemented that shit in Bayo 3. They were just friends, and friends can be ride or die. Yeah, Jean and Bayonetta were ride or die friends. Have been from the first game. Like, it's nice to have, like, the lesbian headcanon or whatever, and, like, I'm actually kind of, like, into it as well. But, like, why can't Bayo be bi? She even calls them pet names. Yeah. They're both ridiculously tall people, by the way. I haven't even finished the first game, and I got the bi between them. If you watch the anime, because they did make a little anime adaptation, it's even more obvious. Because bi people don't exist. Don't remind me, people think that I'm not real. I believe fully that Bayonetta's bisexual. Yeah, 1,000,000,000%. There was a small anime adaptation of Bayonetta a bajillion years ago. It was like a mini episode or something? How we called you Bayonetta? I would be interested to see if you had a daughter named her after Bayonetta. I mean, while Cereza is a lovely name, it's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? She has her hair as close, which kind of says a lot. They go a lot into, like, the witch lexicon for Bayonetta. But now I see why— what was the name of the director? Kamiya stepped away from the franchise, though.
As a bi man, it's always sad to see people deny it being a thing.
It genuinely baffles me. I think that, like, a lot of people who are, like, gay or lesbians get really mad because us bi people, we have the option to, like, pass in society, if that makes sense. Like, I'm married to a dude, but I like women as well. And, like, my family is never going to know that I also like women because there's no need for them to, and that makes a lot of, like, gay folks kind of mad. Because they think that, like, we're getting off easy, or they think that, like, we're just waiting for the right dick, or they think that, like, we would not be faithful. It's a lot of, like, really hurtful stereotypes, I think. You could fuck a man and a woman at the same time, and they still think they're doing it for attention. I exclusively like to fuck women that way. Because I'm married, but, like, at the same time, it's way more fun. Yeah, they see it as being fake gay instead of, like, actually enjoying both genders. I always assume everyone is bisexual until stated otherwise. So do I. When I'm in an LGBT hating competition, my competition is someone from the LGBT community. Like, no lie. I do generally think that some of the most hateful people are in the community themselves. Yeah. Do you have any kids? Currently, no. Would like to someday, though. I'm not opposed at all to having children. Like, I'm at a place in my life where I would actually be able to do it, no problem. Just work would be a bit of an issue, but nothing huge. You have a dog, that's enough. I mean, I don't mind kids at all. Like, I'm not one of those people that... look, people are really doomer about kids nowadays. People right now, like, it's much harder to have kids nowadays because, yeah, it's more expensive. But a lot of people also, like, think very doomer mentality that we should not be having kids right now at all because the world is going to shit. But, like, the world is going to go more to shit if we stop reproducing, you know?
It's okay to like glizzies and tacos.
It is! Yeah, like, if you guys think that the world is fucked now, if we stop having kids, it's gonna get worse. The thing, though, is I completely understand why most people don't want to do it. Because, like, first of all, you need to have, like, be in a decent relationship for it. I would argue that, like, if you're not married, you should probably not be having kids. But, like, some people just don't like marriage at all, and that's, you know, fair. Second, financially, you need to be stable. Kids are expensive, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. They are. Like, most people, the problem is that they don't have the means to have children. However, people have managed to have kids even on, like, low-income households for decades, fucking centuries. So it is doable, it's just harder. It's a big balancing act, and I do think this, and I believe this with my whole fucking chest. If both both parties do not want to have children, do not have children. Having kids is something that has to be a, like, unanimous choice. If one person doesn't want it, do not do it. It's gonna breed so much resentment. Like, we can make it better. We can do something better. The problem is that nowadays, people think that raising a family is a two-person job. Which, holy shit, it's not. Like, the saying, it takes a village to raise a child is very much true. You need help. You need help. Like, you don't see that problem in Latino communities because a lot of us help out. If you, like, live in a Latino household, oftentimes, like, everybody's generationally involved. So parents help, grandparents help, aunts and uncles help. But in America, where everybody's kind of, like, on their own, it's really difficult. I've seen one person who just wants their blood and stay alive. Is it that serious? I mean, it is, actually, unless people... Do you speak French? No, not really, no. I speak Spanish and English mostly. But yeah, in Europe, it's also a little bit isolated at points, but families tend to be involved. But Europe has, like, more of a sense of community. Like, a lot more. Like, families are way more involved with each other. Like, sure, my family lives in Mexico and I live in Europe, but, like, I can guarantee you that if and when, my mom would drop everything and come over.
I'm convinced Bea isn't straight, gay, or bi. Bea is omnisexual and would bonk people and monsters alike,
Yeah.
with full license. She also likely has a romance kink. And I will go down on this hill. Also, you missed my NYA again. Why do you...
I would argue even being okay with the idea of having a child isn't enough. You'd better really want that kid before you have them.
Oh, hold on. I muted myself. Fuck, idiot. Okay. I got a jet. Sorry about that. I misclicked. I gotta go, but I will see you all tomorrow if all goes well, alright? Have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for joining me today. Go start your weekend hydrated. Go get some gsupps, use code KingTomation. And, yeah, I'll see you all very, very soon, alright?